Hello, hello, Internet. We're going to get started with a Shadowrun. This is a little bit different. Let me jump on. Say hello. Hey! Yeah, there it is. Hey, Internet, how you doing? Thanks very much for joining us, spending some time with us. We are SideQuest Live. I am Todd, and today is a game that I am not going to run. This is going to be run by my good buddy Phil and played by a couple of players around the table. So if this is your first time here, click the subscribe, the follow, the like, etc. And thanks so much for joining us and spending time. All right, let's go around. Let's go around and meet the table, shall we? And see everybody. Hey, everybody. Let me jump over to the thing and see if it works. It does not. There it is. You're on.
But can you hear us? That's the real question.
It is. It is. And yes, they can.
Yes, Jimmy, we're accepting donations.
Sure, if that's what people want to do. I wouldn't turn that down. Hey. Hey, everybody.
I probably would. I'd feel really uncomfortable.
Like, how do I do with this?
Yeah.
Offset hosting costs. I'd be okay with that. Anyway, so hey,
That's fair.
Happy to see everybody back here for some Shadowrun in the Blind. Phil, that was a great game last time. Everybody insta death. That was so fun. No, it's very improv based, loosely based on. Oh, don't you said that.
Why are you doing the intro for next week's show?
Oh, sorry. I had the wrong schedule. My bad. Anyway, so yeah, it was fun. And let's bring it around to you now.
Welcome back to Shadowrun in the Blind. None of us know anything about what's going on, including myself. And a little recap from last week as some stuff happened. Currently, we are watching our intrepid characters march towards the giant Montgomery and his crew. They're about to have a little sit-down chat. Who Montgomery is, we don't know yet. Neither do I. I'm the GM. That's how this works. And looks like we've got our last player, so that's good. Everybody's here. Hello, Matt. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Everybody go around, have a quick introduction. I'm going to point at you. So if I'm pointing at you, who thinks I'm pointing at?
I you were pointing at Darcy.
How is everyone doing? I'm Darcy. You can find me at Darcy Bits and all the other places and stuff. I'm playing a character in this who nobody knows anything about. Now, the last time we learned that their name was probably Salvador, I said it very hesitantly. You can call me Sal.
Well, it's canon.
Sal and Cal, which we'll be passing to Cal now.
Oh wait, that's me. Oh, right. I didn't even know my own character name. I'm apparently playing. Last time I played Cam. This time I'm playing Cal. And Calypso was the full name. I'm apparently technical. I didn't know until I tried to do something technical, and then all of a sudden it worked. So that's fun. So anyway, that seemed to be. I'm a technical person. I know explosives, and I think hacking. I think I'm a hacker. Something like that.
Cool.
And I believe human. That's all I got.
Yeah, few of us had our races defined, and the rest of us are like, I guess I'm human? I don't know. Didn't come up, so it's probably human.
Well, we've got... Why don't we go over to the resident orc? Because we've got an orc here.
Yeah. I do know that my character is an orc. One of its names is Havoc. Havoc has multiple personality disorder, and possibly some or all of those personalities are also bipolar. So there's Havoc, which is an assassinator, probably. And then there is who I wrote it down. This is jumping. The sheet is jumping. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, there's some other personalities.
Chavo.
They do different things.
Kovacs.
Oh yeah, where did I put that? I wrote it on my character sheet, but I can't find it now.
Yeah, they're in the Discord chat.
Okay, wait. Because I copied and pasted it from here. Anyway, it's got multiple personalities, but insists on not having any particular pronouns other than it, because God damn it, I am one person. I'm not plural.
Nice.
Let's hear from you.
Well, it looks like you're pointing to me because at least on my screen, I'm right below you.
Yeah, mine too.
So- Okay, perfect. So, hi everybody. I'm Bella. I am playing Susan, aka what is it? Nasun? Nasus.
Nasus.
And she is a dwarf. I think adept. She's some kind of an adept. She can throw bones like nobody's freaking tomorrow.
Weapon of choice.
So don't give her a phone. Because you will get knocked upside this, side of your head. Just like my boss.
It was like
At
one of
least
the first things we
Kind of my
established.
boss.
One of the first things at all we established in the game was that Susan had the missile mastery power, which allows her to turn everyday objects into throwing weapons.
Yes.
Just like my
But I
kids.
think we're so basically Susan is, a kid in Todd's world.
Yeah, it checks out. Although you wouldn't want to say that. That's rude to dwarves.
That's
true. That's very racist. And
I'm just reaching
sizist.
down here to Matt. Let me see if I can pull him out of the darkness.
Well, unfortunately, Todd's over there on my screen, so.
Oh, I thought it felt so weird.
Well, I'm playing Reaper, just an easygoing delivery driver. Trying to take it easy and have a good time. He was in the war and stuff. He's got a little bit of PTSD. What war? Don't worry about it. I don't like to think about it. And yeah, that's about it.
Every war. Well, you've all just arrived at Montgomery's warehouse, basically. But before we get into that, well, I should say that's where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into that, Salvador, I need some rolls from you.
Oh, okay. Just to make up the rolls?
Random rolls. First, I'm going to need your sneaking.
My sneaking? Okay. I don't think that's a strong suit of mine. But I do have agility. So I guess I'll just roll that. Penalties for having not opened a skill or not in your in the blind, is that a thing?
For having not opened the skill?
Yeah.
I don't understand the question, so no penalty.
Great. I'll roll 3 dice. I got 0 hits.
Excellent. That plays into what's about to happen.
Pleasure to be of service.
You are not where you remember being. In fact, you're somewhere very dark, damp. Droplets of water can be heard falling around you, echoing into the deep. It feels like a dungeon, perhaps a tunnel. No, it's a restaurant, but the lights are out.
Alright, that makes sense.
It's nighttime. You're looking around. There's no one in here except for her. In the back corner, you can see vaguely the shape of a wraith-like female being of some kind that seems corporeal, but could be mist, could be smoke, but definitely seems to be corporeal. It's knocking over tables and it's rushing towards you. You get the sense you need to run.
Well, I can't deny the senses I get, I suppose. I turn and immediately try to run wherever behind me is, hoping that I can make some distance before I have to start directing myself instead of finding the exit and then running. Assuming there's going to be something that way, and this extra few steps is going to save me. As I turn, there's... Go ahead.
Beset with fear, you turn to run, looking for a safe exit. Roll perception.
Great.
Your threshold here is, I'm going to say you're -3 because of the circumstances, and your threshold is 2.
Okay. Perception
I do have a
is
quick question here.
intuition?
Is Sal still naked, wearing nothing but a leather jacket?
No, but
Which
Sal's
isn't
welcome
improv.
to...
That's canon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sal can describe what Sal's wearing in a completely unrelated situation.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I should describe somehow. I got 2 hits. What'd you say the threshold was there?
2.
Great.
So as you
Convenient,
whirl around, your hips bump into a table, but you see the exit directly across the table from you. You'll need to climb up over the table and probably a few others to get out. The room is lit in such a way that it seems like a tunnel of light towards the exit, as everything around you seems dark.
Mm-hmm.
And the tables are made of some kind of deep red wood and are dense and heavy and hard to move through.
Yeah, move through, I think, is the optimal word. As we see Salvador in this space, I think that they're dressed almost like what's the term? Like a ringleader, I guess, in like a circus, like red velvet with tails and like a hat. Like they're very like done up, the like sort of storybook version of a magician kind of a thing. But like that sort of red velvet ringleader, not the like suit and tux, in this sort of space that is not quite real. And as they turn to like push through these tables, instead of throwing them aside, they're trying to walk through them as quickly as they can, as if they'd be able to merge past. And then it's fighting me, or can I like push through these like astral barriers?
As you start to push through them, they almost turn to an ice cream like mud.
Ooh.
And the tables themselves give way. You're not moving through them as though you're a wraith, as though you're projecting, but the tables themselves seem like they're being oozed out of your way.
I'll take it. I commit to the action and try to scrape my way through these obstructions.
All right, let's have an athletics roll.
Great. I'm sure I'm bad at that. 1 hit.
You're, You're making your way through the first table. You get through, and 2 more seem to fall like trees in front of you onto their face, and they catch you just as you're trying to get through and slow you down just enough to feel the slow, cold stab of the wraith's hand through your back into your
I think
chest.
this entire time we've seen like the look of terror on Sal, but like no actual sound has come from them. And in this moment, we see them cry out, but hear nothing from their mouth.
All right, very good. Okay, cut to Montgomery and his warehouse. We'll come back to that. Everybody, Salvador, it's good to have you here. And of course, Calypso. Why do you always have to deal with Calypso? But here he is. Susan. Didn't expect to see you, Reaper, but I'm glad you made it. And Havoc. You were not originally on my radar, but after the way things have gone down, I'm glad you're here as well. Please, everybody, sit down. He motions to what seems like a bit of a lounge area. The warehouse is brightly lit. It is still the middle of night. It's about 4 a.m. now on Saturday. But the warehouse is brightly lit and run down. In the corner, there is some sort of old industrial equipment. And probably not functioning anymore. It looks pretty rusted. Lights flicker in the back in another room that you can see through that's mostly covered in glass that separates the main room where you are now from that room. And this lounge area is a collection of discarded couches and chairs, and nothing seems like really dirty or grungy, but it's not nice. It's not really comfortable looking. He sits down in a single chair that's basically just a folding chair, and he waits for the rest of you to take your places. And yes, Salvador, you're wearing a leather jacket and nothing else.
Great. I picture Salvador as standing in shock and terror, or am I wrong? Is that a not continuity with this?
It is not continuity.
Got it. Cool. Great. I'll sit down.
Everybody, thank you for coming. So you're probably all wondering why you're here. I've got to tell you. The bullshit of you company, as you all may know, is not good. They've been getting their hands dirty for years. And my organization wants nothing more to do with it. We've decided to take them down once and for all. And I happen to know that all of you feel the same way in some way, shape, or form. Do I have that correct?
Yeah,
Calypso nods.
that was the plan, and I look over at Havoc.
I think Salvador sort of like opens their mouth and then stops and sort of hesitates and closes their mouth again. Doesn't say anything.
If you're worried about saying anything, you can, of course, know that it was Salvador and I, with a little help from Calypso, although he maybe didn't know what he was getting himself into. If you remember, Salvador, our meeting last July.
Of course.
Of course, he says, yes. Well, it was I and we who were responsible for the explosions today. And they aren't the last. Of course, Calypso, you had a great part in that, so thank you for your part there. I would like to ask you, though, why Havoc was your apartment still standing? He motions to you very angrily.
Was it supposed to be not standing?
Don't act as though you don't know.
Well, one of the problems with assigning explosives duty to someone who, well, no, I can't say it that way. The building just happens to house the SPCA, and that's not something that I have any interest in harming. So unfortunately, if you want to take out the people in that building, gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way: knives, guns, no bombs. Can't do it.
I see. Well, I must say I was mildly surprised to find out that you are complicit in executing your partner.
Well, I mean, that was just a cover anyway.
So I'm a little slow to put things together here, but from what I'm gathering, you're the guy who put all the bombs in the mail that I've been delivering, unbeknownst. I took one of those to the chest. Now I'm fine, but my bike is not. I think you owe me a new bike.
Well, I'll say you don't look so fine, but I can certainly we can get you a new bike. Jimmy, get him a new bike right now. Go out and buy one. I don't care. Steal it. I don't care. Get him a new bike so that by the time we're done, he has a new bike. Jimmy, the small dwarf scurries out the door and nodding in what seems like perhaps loyalty, perhaps terror. He seems to obey.
I yell after, make sure it's a 7-speed, 21 gears at least.
You'll get what you get and be grateful for it.
There was, of course, the complication. Look, this other team grabbed Salvador. We had to work to get them back. So how likely are we to be tailed by more of these jerks? And Calypso kind of relaxes backwards and kind of picking at one nail, half taking everything in, but his eyes and digital eyes kind of quickly clicking to all the places.
Well, it may surprise you to know that those people were hired by the Bore the Shit Out of You company. Although the Bore the Shit Out of You company doesn't know that. And this is where the problem lies. You see, they are but a small front for a much greater threat. Which I'm hoping, with your help, we can deal with. And we can put an end to the tyranny.
Look, I was
What say you?
I won't speak for them, but I was happy to take down the office. Their coffee was terrible. Their benefits package was total crap. But, I mean, what kind of compensation are we talking about, especially for going up against something bigger than just a mid-level corp?
Let me tell you, my boss, what an asshole. Thank you. You did me a favor.
We're gonna need more
Well,
funds.
what I would say to Calypso is that your compensation will be the joy and the moral victory you'll have achieved. However, I can also understand that your previous employer will no longer exist. As a result, I can offer you all a contract of 10,000 nuyen each per month to work for me exclusively.
Best deal I've had in years, maybe forever. I'm down. New bike plus 10 grand a month. I'm all in about that.
And
I'm
to
good.
show you that my generosity is legitimate, here's 2,000 for your hard day's work. And he slides digitally all of you 2,000 credits. New yen.
I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you have 10K sounds
Are you-
great, but if someone much bigger than that mid-level corp crap comes at us, 10K is not gonna be much shield. Is there a contingency? I just worry. I'm a worrier.
Are you negotiating with me?
I might be. I get all my 6 dice for that. I love that sound. 2 hits, only 1-1, so I'm okay.
Well,
I'm gonna need at
I'm
least
sure you...
$500 of dental.
Dollars.
Listen, I'm a man of my word. You know that already from working
Apparently I'm
with
from
me.
the UK.
And you can rest assured that your safety will be well taken care of while under my employ. And I'm sure that 10,000 credits will be more than enough to get you through.
All right.
I'm sorry, but you've lost this contest of dice rolling.
I sense that.
It's very generous, sir. Very generous.
Listen, I ain't doing it for any less than 10,025. Neither am I. Me
Feel free
neither.
to negotiate.
What does that connect to? That connects to charisma. Okay, let's try.
I sense a defaulting going on.
No. Actually, have bills.
Nice.
5 hits.
Me too.
Roll
Okay,
is-
roll again. Say just all the dice again.
No, every time you roll for additional negotiation, I'm going to have you take off the dice and give it to him because you're making him more frustrated the more you negotiate with him.
Sure, that's fine. Listen, I mean, I have a debt. It's very small, but I have to pay 25 a month on it, and I just like to do my books that way. So for this time.
You're saying 10,025, not 10,000 and 25,000.
No, 10,025 new yen a month.
Fine, whatever. I don't care.
Okay,
You need that
perfect.
in the
Thank
form
you.
of Starbucks coffee cards.
Well, you can. I mean, that's up to you. But me, I
That's
just want the new yen.
That's fair.
I'm in.
All right,
I'm in.
very well. I'll have some details over to you shortly. For now, go get some rest. Maybe you, pointing to Reaper, you go get patched up. You say you're not hurt, but I know you're full of shit. And I'll contact you again in a few days.
Very good, sir. Thank you, sir.
He stands up and walks away into the flickering light room in the back.
We see Sal
So-
visibly relax. They were high-strung stress that whole thing. There's clearly some tension. Hey, Cal, you want to get a drink?
I would love to get a drink.
Yeah. Reaper, Reaper? That's your mom called you that?
That's what some people call me.
Oh, okay. I know a guy if you need to get patched. I mean, it's not super cheap, but hey, we just got some cash, so if you want. I think it was established last game. I know a street doc.
Mhm.
Plus,
Janet, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put that in. So it'll cost you money, though, if we go to her. Like, it's not a charity. Are you
Just
okay
like
with
the
that?
good place. When you ask for Janet, she shows up. She is not a regular doc. She's a mage, and she shows up through astral projection pretty much whenever you think about her and say her name.
rad.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, I need to get some of these holes patched up. So yeah, one way or another, someone reliable.
Janet, this is Reaper.
Calypso, hi! Wow, Reaper. You're fucked up.
I'm a few things, but yeah.
I don't just mean that you're injured. Oh, you're ugly. Okay. Yeah, bring him by. I'll have everything ready for you by the time you get here. I already see what's wrong with you. See ya.
All right.
Interesting.
You can come in my car until your bike's ready. Or, you know what? Did Jimmy have it for you?
Matt, pick a color.
Red.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right.
You got exactly what you wanted, and it's there waiting for you. Jimmy's like, as you're leaving the place, he's like, this is. He hops off the bike that he was riding there.
What
And
color is it?
It's exactly the bike you had been hoping for.
Oh wow! All right, black and yellow, 21
Exactly.
speed. All right, yeah. Sweet man, sweet. I go and I spin the wheel a little bit. Oh, listen to that noise. Oh yeah, she's nice. All right, where to, Calypso?
You can just chuck that in my trunk and I'll drive you over. Yeah. Just a sec. I gotta stop and get a coffee on the road.
Calypso, Calypso's vehicle is the equivalent of is it the Subaru Baja? Is that the thing that's like kind of a car but kind of a truck?
Oh, it's okay. Sure. Yeah. It's a no, wait, that's not right. A trar. I was gonna say combine the word car and truck by taking the end of car off and the beginning of truck off, and you put them together, and it sounds like not a nice word.
It's Kark.
It's a kark.
What's wrong with
There, that's
Kark.
better. That's not what I imagined.
Or could it be Cuck?
Yeah, that was the
Karuck?
one. Anyway, you can put that in the truck back thing.
I should maybe come with you.
Oh yeah, Jan.
I'm kind of
Wait, Susan. Wait, we should talk. I'm confused.
Okay, what about?
I mean, all the things. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll catch up in a bit.
Okay. But yeah, I took some pretty decent damage last time.
Oh. Did you want to see the street doc who shall not be named unless I want her to suddenly appear? Each time you do
Yes.
that, there is a fee. I'm just gonna say.
Todd knows me well. That's all I have to say.
The price for house calls
Yeah.
goes up every time.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not more than 2,000 new yen, is it?
If you say her name too much, maybe. Anyway,
Well, I
let's
won't
pile
say her
in.
name at all.
Okay, so you guys head over to Janet's. Havoc, what do you do?
So one of me forgets what we're hired to do. It says to the group, "What's going on? I need to get back to the shop."
Yeah, get back to the shop. We're just waiting a few days. Montgomery will contact you.
Okay. And then his face kind of changes, like, so where are we going? What's going on? Are you guys ready? What are we waiting for? I mean, like, why wait? I think the sooner we get at it, the better.
I'm getting a drink.
Smash and grab. Smash and smash. Smash.
You're all feeling pretty tired. It's been a long night, a long week. Drinks sound great, but you might feel like rest is maybe a good choice. But, make your decisions and live with them.
I feel like Salvador either has a good reason to drink or a problem. So either way, they're getting a drink. I don't know which yet, but yeah. That's what we mostly saw them do in the first one, so we'll lean into that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I feel
Plus,
like
Salvador basically had that this time anyway, right?
Calypso's gonna stop at a drive-thru or something, make sure to get like a really big coffee on the way. Offers to get Salvador one. Just whether we're going to Janet's or a bar.
Which
Pick a color.
restaurant are we getting coffee at?
Green.
Yeah, you got a good quality soy latte.
It'll do.
Do they sell chicken nuggets?
It's a
I mean, they're nuggets, but chicken's a stretch.
Soy nugs.
Yeah, I forgot this
vending
is
machine
Shadowrun.
soy
Yeah.
nugs.
Nothing wrong with soy nugs. Come on.
Vending
I have no
machine.
sorry.
Somehow that's
As long
Actually
as you
more
have enough
terrifying.
barbecue sauce.
yeah.
Yeah, fried and breaded meat substitute. I'd love some of those nuggets.
Fried
This is-
breaded
this
meat
is Shadowrun,
substitute.
right?
There's a product.
You know, and
This
you
is
can't really
Shadowrun
be.
where like the current day and age we have like simulated meat product. Now they have in Shadowrun they have simulated meat product.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real imitation American cheese in there. Like, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but you can't, like, for the soy nuggets, you can't really beat like the all-time Snugs brand, right? Like, Snugs are just, it's just nothing like them. I know they're terrible for you, but like, Snugs.
Snugs. You
Give it-
didn't want those years anyway.
Yeah.
Well, they're a
Really?
lot better than pseudo snugs.
Mm.
Time for a
Hey, do you
Snugs
remember-
ad break.
And do you remember the imitation Snugs, the S apostrophe Nugs? Like, those things were just no good.
Some people have no class or no shame. Either way, same sign.
Yeah, and then there was like that. I think it was Chinese. They're Snugs with like the
Yeah.
extra kind of vowel in between the S and the N. Like,
Steve, are you ready
Those
to
things were-
improv a quick ad break?
sure,
All right.
this whole
Ready?
thing's improv.
It is. Here we go. And now, a word from our sponsors.
This week's episode brought to you by Snugs. You grew up with them. Your friends grew up with them. Your parents grew up with them. They're all any of us could afford anyway. Snugs. Real imitation American cheese flavored soy product, fried to perfection in soy oil with fake soy breading. Tastes like the real thing. What is the real thing? Doesn't matter.
You don't remember
Snugs.
anyway.
I
Available
tell you,
where you
every
get
day
yours.
I wake up to
Sorry, Phil, what was that?
Every day I wake up to Snugs, and our day is perfect.
Now available in shrimp flavor.
Or flavor,
Now,
not
can you
actual.
shut that off?
All right.
Yeah, they call those ones shrugs, right?
What is it?
For descriptive audio, we all just made exaggerated shrugging motions on camera.
Guess I'll die?
Shrugs!
They're not quite snugs. They're shrugs.
Brought to you by Snugs. You didn't want those years anyway.
Yeah. And then,
All right.
do you remember, like, there was a really dangerous kind of street drug going around, going drugs, and it had that like the guy on it that where they copied the Shrugs logo. Yeah, that was terrible. I dropped a couple of those, like, back in the 50s, like when I was younger. Guys, you should never, ever, ever drop anything under your tongue with a guy doing this on it. Took me about like 4 or 5 days to get over that. I assumed it was like some kind of weird spore off of these new flowers that came into the shop, but
Okay, cut two.
I had a wedding that week.
I finally
to.
get to turn off my stereo, so the ads stopped.
It's 2053. A young Havoc is at his friend's wedding.
Yeah. Well, this would be Voch, actually. The personality would be out, the florist at this time.
All right, Boach the florist, who has been working tirelessly to make sure its best friend's wedding goes off without a hitch, has just finished putting all the floral displays out on the tables for the reception area. When you're approached by a questionable looking elf, got tons of dreads, really ugly, kind of a grizzled look about him.
Are you with the bride or the groom's party?
And Reaper responds by saying,
Sorry, I just went to grab a quick cup of water because I thought we were cut into the past.
"We are.
That's what he
And
said.
you're in it."
It's everybody's
all.
fast.
That all
Reaper,
works.
Reaper's, what's going on, man? I just came back from grabbing a punch drink, you know?
Oh yeah. So are you here with the brides or the groom's party's family?
Yeah, one of those.
Ah, right.
Reaper, of course, has snuck in to crash this wedding, as he does many. He hates weddings. And with him, he has brought his pouch full of, let's call it, survival equipment that helped him deal with his, PTSD from
trauma
wartime. Exactly. And
Red pills, blue pills, green pills, orange pills.
you can see that Voch is a little stressed out.
You look like you just need to relax a little bit, man.
Well, yeah, well, possibly. I mean, look, the bouquet was a lot of work. I had to bring in some special things from Terra Flora, some other things from, Central America, and honestly, it was quite the work. But you know what? I think it's turned out well. The groom's bouquet is going to be amazing. The bride's just going to love it.
Oh yeah, the flowers, top shelf, man, top shelf. You look like you got a lot of weight on your shoulders though. Like if you could just like shrug and it all falls off your back, wouldn't you just love that?
I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, here, man.
Yeah,
check
how
check
much?
this stuff out. It's good. I got these things, man, the other week from my buddy Twister. Look at the little guy on them, man. Doesn't that just make you want to like chill?
Oh, honestly, I mean, it's kind of like, who gives a fuck, you know? Like,
You know, I
that's
haven't
kind of
tried them out yet, but like that could be us in an hour, you know? Wouldn't I don't know. I'm down. How about you?
honestly, like I've selected, I have prepared, I have cut, the vessels are good. You know, the greenery. Look at the way the green. I mean, come here. You got to check this out. Honestly, like the way the greenery surrounds the white, the red, and the pink here. Like, is that not just the most amazing arrangement of eucalyptus, ivy, and fern that you have ever seen?
So I start sweating a little bit. Surrounded. Who's surrounded? Should we get out of here?
It's
Oh
okay.
man.
It's
Oh
okay.
man, I
Just
gotta shrug
focus.
that burden off.
It's okay. Just focus on the baby's breath. There's look at this beautiful sedum and the yarrow, just the way it comes out here. Honestly, focus on that. Everything's fine. It's mingling. It's mingling. Mingling flowers. Let me see these shrugs. I'm curious about them.
I take some deep breaths and I look at flowers and I try to. I'm not surrounded. I'm not surrounded.
No, I'm right here with you.
Voch, at this point in Voch's life, got everything together. Like, life's been going really well. Finally starting to branch out. Your new business is starting to take off. Everything feels great. But yeah, a bit stressed out.
You know what? It is time to celebrate. What do you got? Like, what'll 100 get me?
100, man? I don't know, like 10?
Just grab
I mean,
some
look
baseball.
at this physique. I mean, I am large enough to handle it. So give me 10. Here's 100.
Like honestly, at a certain point, I forget what I paid for all these things. You know, it's just sort of like a little collection. I go more on like color and feel than anything else. You know, it's just like like pick 10. I just give you a random handful of
All
little
right.
things.
Sweet. How many do you take at once usually?
How do I what?
How many do you take at a time usually?
Whatever feels right, man.
Like 1, 5, 12?
You know what? Today I like 3. 3 is a nice number.
It's starting. It's starting.
Yeah, okay. Give me the 10. Give me the 10. And Voch will pop like all of them.
Voch's
You
head
know what?
starts
I actually
spinning.
like your style. Double digits, fitting for a wedding. You know, you got one bride, one groom, put them together. 11. Here.
God,
You know
turn
what?
it
One on the
down. I
house.
can't hear.
One on the house. 11. There you go.
Sorry, the music was
Much
funny,
too
but it's
loud,
too loud. Like about a quarter of that volume. What were you saying, Matt?
I was saying I like that double digits. You know, we're at a wedding, very theme of one bride, one groom, put them together. What do you get? 11. You know, here you go. One on the house. 11.
Oh,
There you
sweet.
go.
Throw that in there too.
That's the mood for the day.
I mean, my body size to your. I mean, this is my first time, but I figure like you or this, I probably weigh 3 times what you do. So
Somehow,
yeah.
instantly, your world warps. And it seems like each of these new personality matrices that you have just ingested unintentionally are working their way into your body. The nanobots are mingling with your brain and splitting you into pieces.
So it'll just walk around and go to random people, start talking about. Listen, I'm totally in support of the way this wedding is. Look at the groom and the bride. You've got a giant and a gnome. I think that is perfect. It's a little weird that the giant is male and the gnome is female. I don't know how that's going to work, but honestly, I'm all for it. Metahuman rights are super important. I think this is the kind of like cutting edge crap we just gotta like push. Is that a Pekingese? Oh my god, I'll be right back. Runs over there. Did you get that at a shelter? Tell me you rescued that from a shelter. It must have come from a shelter. If it wasn't from a shelter, you need to go to a shelter and make a donation because to support a shelter if you didn't buy that from a shelter. Shelters are super important. Animals are super important. We don't have many left. Oh man, the flowers. Oh my god. Oh my god. What happened to the flowers? Where are the flowers? Flowers. 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 And then
Matt, I sent you a message there.
just start running away. Where are my knives? I need some knives. I need scissors to cut these flowers. Starts like grabbing like cutlery and like pocketing it and checking scissors and then starting to side-eye people.
You know,
Flowers seem
yeah, I
Go.
really like the way you use those blades, man. You're real accurate. You got a real eye for that sort of thing, you know?
Well, I mean, you have to be. Like, a bouquet should be rounded, right? People don't think about that. It's got to be rounded, which means all the stems can't be the same length.
Yeah, no, attention
Seriously.
to detail. That's real important in my line of work too, you know? And you don't mind rolling around in the dirt, getting dirty, you know? How do you feel about like long hours?
Long. An hour is already long. Like, how can you make an hour even longer? Like, dude, have you thought about that? 60 minutes. Like, can you even count to 60? Dude.
I can count to 60 a few different ways, yeah.
It's at
Do you
about this
count
point
backwards, forwards, out of order?
it's at about this point that Havoc / Voch's mind starts to take a strange sort of focus where things start to make sense. And what Reaper is saying, or this elf is saying, because you don't know his name, really fundamentally is truth somehow. It seems to find all this disorganization and chaos in your brain seems to all coalesce to, yes, what he's offering me or what he's saying to me right now, I need to pay attention to.
Dude. Explain it to me. I mean, it's sounding good. Give me some deets.
So, you know, we're like gardeners too, you know how like when you're in the garden and there's like weeds, you got to get rid of them so that the rest of the plants can grow.
I mean, it's my life, really.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to get rid of the weeds, you know, they're not as pretty to look at, so prettier flowers can sprout up, you know. You tend the garden, you bring all this stuff, but sometimes to protect life, you gotta kill. You know, that's kind of the line of work that I'm in. We're part of a group, you know. We make a lot of money taking care of problems for people so that, you know, better things can take their place. How does that sound to you? Because I think you got talent for this sort of work.
You make money and I have talent. I mean, you had me somewhere in there.
Perfect. So
Flashback to modern day.
okay. Flashback to modern day. Perfect.
It's got a whole origin story. That's amazing.
Susan and Calypso and Reaper arrive at Janet's.
Janet Snakehole. That's her name.
Hello, right this way. She shows you a. You come up to her house. It's kind of a dark house with pointed roofs and steeples, small steeples, kind of in multiple places, with a twisted fence in the front and gardens that are seemingly overgrown with purple flora and orange vines and almost a Willy Wonka-like nature to it. She invites you in through the main door, and the door swings open. A double door with curved roof swings open, and she has right in front there with beautiful lighting, focusing down to a central point on a bed. a white bed for a single person, much like a medical room. Although there was nothing else really. There's no like what you would normally find in a hospital, like a crash cart or any of that kind of stuff. There's none of that. It's more just a sort of an empty room. There's runes and writing that adorns the wall. The walls are all white inside, and the runes are written in an auburn red.
All right.
So
And
Here
we
you
were
go,
told
Reaper.
you were a doctor.
Of course. The best of doctors, please. Lie down here and let me heal all that wounds you.
You don't feel like a doctor.
Well, if you don't want to be healed by me, that's fine.
Calypso, have you used this person's services before? They're trustworthy.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
You
they
know
seem
what?
like even if they seem like they enjoy this a little bit too much. Like, are they gonna have a little bit too much fun rooting around inside of me? I'm gonna wake up with 3 small intestines instead of one.
Ooh, that's never happened here.
Not yet.
It's okay.
And let me
I
stress,
just got some
it's
flesh
never happened
wounds.
here.
I'll be like, what can you do to fix me up, and how much?
Oh, you darling, you'll be easy as pie. You know
All right.
what? Timer's discount. But since it's not your first time, he gets the discount.
Yeah, right.
Susan, you've been here before.
Okay.
You you know that Janet is authentic and weird.
I'm down for that. So fix me up, Doc, and we'll be good. And that
Okay,
way you
so,
can watch and see how she does it, okay?
so you go to the table, I guess.
Yeah, I'll hop up.
That music's still a little loud. It's kind of taking over
Sorry.
some of the audio.
I don't know why it roads to you guys so loud. There. Super quiet to me.
Yeah, it didn't sound that loud on stream. Jan, do you mind if I call you Jan? Do you have anything to drink in here?
Oh, sure, darling.
She flicks her wrist and the wall opens up to a fully stocked bar.
Kyle, you gotta share some with me. I don't want to drink alone.
You know what? I
Yeah,
changed
sure.
my mind. This is the best hospital ever.
So Susan lays down, and as you do, Janet kind of just cradles your head into the pillow, and she starts reaching into her pockets, one in each hand, and she's brings out these handfuls of glitter and starts sprinkling them all over you, one of purple, one of gold, and she's mixing up these colors of glitter all over your body, and then she finds the spots where your wounds are, and she starts making these cone-shaped magical beams come from above her hands from some unknown focal point that shines down through her hands and basically heals the wounds of all the spots you're injured, and you recover 7 points of damage.
But you'll never ever get glitter all out of those wounds. It's in there for good.
Your scars are glittery scars.
Okay. How much do I owe you, love?
Oh, for this service, let's see, that'll be 700 new yen.
All right, here you go. I'm transferring it over to you now.
And then
Why, thank you, dear. Would you like a tip? To offer a tip?
Fine.
everyone asks for tips these days.
I will do 725 new yen.
Ooh, thank you. Help yourself to the bar.
She motions to
Okay.
Reaper.
Your turn, dearie.
All right. Well, just don't have too much fun with it. Be,
This is
I'm a little
all
nervous.
business, darling.
Listen, last time I saw a doctor, I woke up with like all this metal inside my body. I didn't know what was going on. Took a month to learn how to use my arm again. I'm not looking for that experience.
Oh, yes, I can see. It's dreadful. Oh, goodness me. All right, lay down. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I get on the table.
She reaches under the table and pulls out a mallet and a chisel.
Oh, I hate working on these cyber naughty boys.
And she starts like basically hammering you, although she's not actually touching you with it. But like every time she hits the mallet onto the back of the chisel, little sparks fly off and kind of sting you a little bit. It feels like it hurts and kind of tingles, but as she's doing that, it's actually healing you. But because of all your cyber, it's a little harder for her to get work done on you than it is for someone who's magical. It's quite easy for her to help. But you do get 5 boxes back off your damage. So that means I don't know what you were at before, but
I think I had like maybe like 1 or 2 left out of maximum because I think I got hit down to 1 when I almost died, and then I got like 1 back from a healing kit or something.
I think you were in
Right.
overflow and then got healed. So
I think
you're like pretty close.
so you'll probably be at about 5 left.
Yeah,
Which can heal naturally now. So basically, once you've taken any form of doctoring healing, whether it's magical or mundane, you can't really get healing of the other type. So now it's just it'll take a few days basically to recover the rest of the damage.
okay.
Since I couldn't get so much done, I'll only charge you 500. But first time discount, 300.
Oh, you're a darling. Oh, okay. You know what? Between the bar and your very generous pricing structure, oh yeah, okay. 300 and a little something extra just because you're so sweet. 350.
Thank you.
She blows you a glitter kiss. It's literally a kiss like lips that floats through the air made of glitter.
Mhm.
Is the doctor short? Because I think he told me I have a thing for dwarves. Maybe she's dwarf.
No, she's
No.
she's like a 60-something human woman,
Oh, okay.
normal size,
Sure.
average size, I should say. Because what is normal?
Yeah.
Oh no, Calypso, can I give you the special treatment you usually request?
Ah,
Normally you only come here on your own when you ask for that treatment.
nah, I think I'm okay this time, but I'll keep my appointment later.
So you guys get healed up. You're expecting. You kind of just go back to your everyday life a little bit, and you're expecting soon to hear from Montgomery. It's been about 2 days, maybe. You
I was
haven't
actually hoping
really
to have a conversation with Cal if I could.
say that again.
I was actually hoping to have a conversation with Cal over a drink, if I could.
Yeah,
Either
you guys have the
while
time.
they're being healed, or maybe later
Yeah.
on as
Yeah, I
either
think
way.
that seems
Going
right.
to Janet's
Yeah.
back garden. There's little fake
So,
like
We have
fountain.
some drinks. I'm looking at Cal and I'm just like, Cal, I got wasted tonight. Or last night? No, tonight. Tonight. It's still tonight. It's
Again?
still tonight.
Ah.
I'm
I
having
mean, I know we
second
were
thoughts,
busy,
man.
but you should call me when that happens or before.
I'm starting to have second thoughts. I mean, do you know people died there? Like, I know the company's shit, but
Look, everybody that I met there was culpable in some way or another. Hell, I'm even culpable in some ways before I. But yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's not all wrong. It led
I don't
us
know.
down this path.
Sal, you may remember that your character was involved in sourcing contracts and acquiring resources and things to improve the bore the shit out of you company until you kind of realized what it was being used for, which is partly
Yeah.
why you've been losing sleep.
No, yeah, like Sal was like completely on board, but just like lately has just been like I want to take them down as much as anyone else, more than maybe anyone else, but I don't know how many people need to die in the process.
Look, I don't like
It's just-
collateral damage either. I really don't. But what else can we do? Like, we have to keep
It was-
poking them until we can expose the vulnerable. Like, you gotta
Yeah, I don't
pull
know.
the shell
I don't
off, and then you can eat the scrimp.
It was the death of your daughter that really set off the chain of events that has made you realize that the death of Sal's daughter that really made Sal realize what's at stake.
Look, I'm not backing out. I need you, man. Like I'm slipping and I need that rock.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't backtracked much, but I gotta be careful too. You said wasted, right? I know I don't mean to change topics, but I mean,
That's
how
fine.
many days?
I don't know.
It's not good. I mean, we need to get back into the program again. Well, I guess we can't go back to that program, corporate sponsored.
Yeah.
But
No,
I mean,
I'll be fine. Just like don't leave me, okay?
absolutely. And you're right. Like, it got a little out of hand there. I got a little worked up. So, you know what? You keep me in line too. I'll keep you in line, especially with the bottle, right? I mean, a little is one thing, a lot is a lot. But I guess it's the same for me and unintended collateral damage. But we got this. We got this. We'll get ourselves out. We'll make sure that they can't hurt anybody else again. And we'll see just how far up the chain it goes.
Okay. Glad you're
I
here with
say
me.
I say we cut the head off the snake. Just I've got a tool for that.
And no
You're
key.
done. All right. Yeah. So it looks like embarrassed that
All
they
right,
sort of
I'll make you a
caught-
deal, Sal.
Yeah.
You give me that. I mean, take another sip. And then I'll take the bottle.
Here.
And then I'm going to give you a little
Yeah.
bag. It's filled with detonators. You watch this. I'll watch this. We'll watch each other. You too, Susan. You are surprisingly stealthy, Susan. I didn't even know you were out here. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're with us.
You can just call me the fly on the wall, baby.
Susan has the adept power of innate invisibility. You can turn
Oh.
invisible at will.
Yes.
She's
Would
apparently
that go? Would
not a
that go
physical
under a
adept.
skill?
That's
Adept powers.
adept power.
Yeah.
You'd be a spellcaster. What do they call those again?
It's cut out of powers. Yeah.
There's a particular name, but that's good. By the way, I have taken the insomnia skill or flaw because that's come up a bunch.
Cool.
It's called invisibility. Just
Oh.
Innate invisibility. I don't know if it's an actual thing. I'm making it up.
It's
Okay. Does it have a rating?
It's basically the skill of improved invisibility. So there's a spell, improved invisibility, that you can essentially cast on yourself only at will.
Okay.
so she's a mystic adept and can cast that spell.
No, it's not mystic adept, because she doesn't
It's
have to
an adept
cast
power.
the spell. It's an adept power.
She can't.
Oh, I didn't.
She
Okay.
can't externalize it. She can only cast it on herself. Right.
Yeah.
Phil,
Good,
it's
all
just
good.
Shadowrun version 7. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it makes sense to me, I'm making it up. This is
No. Yep.
if the role play leads us there. Yeah. And it's kind of like Salvador kind of digs the fact that she does that from time to time, because you do that to her. You've done that to her occasionally with your astral projection. It's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Susan is the invisible woman.
Hell yeah. Invisibility and boomerangs, bitch. I'm feeling it.
So, after a night of heartfelt conversation and broing down, you guys turn in for the day and get some much needed rest. And that cell is when your flashback hits you again and you wake up yet again to the feeling of a wraith plunging through your heart.
I think we see, Sal sit up quickly. I'm not sure how this would actually exist in physical space, but if this was a movie, it would be conveyed that I was going for a bottle first before I switch and stop myself and I go for a pan. I don't know if I have a bottle next to my bed, but you can imagine that scene, right? Where it's it's telegraphed to the audience that is what I was going for, and then I stop and pull out my pan. Cal?
Yeah, the usual place that your bottles are beside your bed is empty.
Yeah.
It's rattling
Cal, pick
around
up.
in the back of my truck. In a box. Ugh. It's hard. What's up?
Oh, good, you're there. Sorry, I shouldn't. Can you just stay on the call?
Yeah, I'll leave it open.
Thanks. I don't think I'm not ready to talk. But I'm glad you're here. I don't know what's happening to me.
Look, I don't understand. Maybe it's some magical stuff. You know, I'm more tech. Maybe
Yeah.
there's like interference or something that's making things worse. You know what though? We're doing good work. We're striking at the heart of the snake. Peeling back that layer by layer. We'll get down.
Is this when Susan miraculously appears again in the bed next to Calypso? Or Salvador, I mean.
Phil, can I actually ask you a question first so I can inform, unless you want me to make it up? Is this like a memory or a portent, or like how would Sal be interpreting this, if that makes sense?
It's not. It's more like a vision.
Okay.
It's not so much a memory, but it is something that is more than just a dream. And
Right.
you're not exactly sure how.
I think something's after me. I keep seeing like a spirit, maybe.
Sorry, bud. Like, out of my wheelhouse.
I don't.
but I get
I
it.
know.
I'm listening. I got you.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking. Thanks.
Of course. We'll just power through, right? We'll get through it like everything else.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well,
Really, thanks. It's so easy to say it. I feel like it's easy to not think much of it, but really, thanks.
of course. And thank you. Honestly, it's hard to find good people in this world. People who are able to do what has to be done.
Yeah. Means a lot that you think I'm one of those people.
You
I don't always.
are one talented mother. You've got this. And when we get it, all the pieces in the right place, it's gonna just fit together. You'll see.
With
Hey,
that, Sal has. Sorry. With that, Sal has that like moment. It's just like, now is the perfect time. You gotta tell him now. Tell him now, and he doesn't.
You're interrupted by a phone call.
Hey guys, I got a message. Did you get a message? I got a message.
Yeah.
It says urgent. Shipment must be intercepted immediately. It's like from that Scottish guy who had one sentence he did in a Russian accent. Let's go
Glad
to
you caught that.
where we're supposed to go.
Great.
Absolutely.
Great. We'll be there.
So the message asks you guys to head to the warehouse.
Yeah, well, let's go to there.
Okay, rock and roll. Are we taking Calypso's car again?
It's got 2 seats in the front, other than the driver, and then a big old bag.
Cut to 2072. Not so long ago. In the summer, Susan, you've been working hard to get noticed and get hired. Basically to work your way up this organization. And finally is your day. They've asked you to come in and begin your new role as the VP of Media Relations. at Iron Fist moratoriums.
Okay.
Iron Fist moratoriums. Is that just a company that makes things stop happening for temporary amounts of time?
Exactly. They're a legal organization, and they specialize in managing contracts between different corporations.
Okay. I will. Um,
So I'm assuming you'll
I'll
head.
yeah, go ahead.
You're heading into the office.
Yeah.
I guess, describe how you might prepare yourself for your new adventures.
Uh, Susan's pretty chill. She's gonna just kind of be like, you know, little, cute little outfit. She wants to look good for her new responsibilities. And
Beard all braided nicely.
yeah, of course. Hair in like a little, sort of bun. Loose bun. Nothing too tight. Don't like to, you know, pull my beard back too much. And yeah, I think, like, what type of work is it? Like, more like, mm,
It's yeah. So you're basically your understanding is that you're kind of be the unofficial spin master for this company.
okay,
They're a subsidiary of another mega corporation, and really, um, you don't necessarily know this yet, but Susan in the future certainly understood that her work ended up just being a lot of her trying to cover up the bullshit of the corporation that she was working for.
right,
And so this is kind of your first day on that job.
okay.
Um,
She's trying to figure out a way that she can get her buddy to kind of work with her. You know, she's always looking out for him and making sure he's okay. He's got work, he's doing okay. So I think she would do that.
who's your buddy?
Uh, um, oh my God, Steve, which
Havoc?
character's name
Devin.
again?
Who,
Oh,
what now? Yes,
What's
it
your
is.
character's name?
Absolutely. Havoc.
Havoc, yeah, Havoc. She would see if there's any way she could slide Havoc in, help him out, help a dude out.
Yeah, so you get to the office and your manager there, not your manager, your CEO says, "Susan, good to have you on board. I'm sure you'll be looking to
Yeah.
put together your team now."
Yeah, and I got some ideas.
Yes, I've received your list here. I see you've got 2 personal assistants. Really, Susan?
Listen,
Uh,
it's a lot of work to try
uh,
to make things,
I will give you
look
one.
better.
I will give you one.
Okay.
But I notice you don't have anybody listed yet for security. Is that a reason? You're definitely going to need security. Is there no one you trust?
Actually, there might be somebody. I saw this dude fucking take a bomb to the chest. Fucking rad.
So this is not the first day that's happened to you. We're about 8 years. What was it, about 10 years? We're about 10 years in the past now.
The more things change.
Oh. Oh, okay. I forgot that we were flashing back. Right. Oh shit. So I don't know Reaper yet. Never mind, Reaper, sorry.
Yeah, could still be canon though.
It could be, actually. I think it would be fucking hilarious.
No,
if
no,
this
there's no
was
reason
So
you couldn't.
it was
regular
taped
thing
a
that
bomb
happens
to
to
his
me.
chest.
Taped
Taped a bomb to his chest.
with, and then I, threw the tape thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with it. I like the idea
Yeah.
that this is a regular occurrence for Susan.
Cut back to like 3 weeks before. You barge into like a storage room and you see Calypso,
there's Calypso.
stripped down, stripped like almost naked, like wearing just tidy whities, but like the nice cut briefs that you special order. He's pretty lean cut dude, and he's busy duct taping around himself these various packets of explosives, muttering under his breath. He's like, "Bastards, I'm gonna. Hi. Close the door. Get in or get out. Get in or out. In or out. In or out."
How about in?
You
Alright then.
you emphatically agree to her coming in because, man, she's really friendly looking.
This looks bad, but okay. I'm gonna level with you for. Well, sorry. What's your name?
Susan.
I'm Cal.
Hey, Cal.
I hate this place. Hate it so much. And I don't think I just mean this place. I mean like all of it. I mean like East Side Seattle. I mean 2070. The 2070s, they just suck. They just suck. And it's not getting
It
better.
is, yeah.
You are. How did you even get in here? I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, don't mind that. It's just something I do.
Who watches Game Changer? I've been here the whole time.
I have not seen it, but
I'm gonna make a
it
roll.
sounds like me.
I'm gonna make a roll,
Okay.
and we'll just see. Can you do an opposed roll, Susan?
Okay, for what?
And I'm gonna edge this.
Okay, what am I doing in opposed roll to?
Al is going to be trying to not seduce, but like he's gonna roll
think
for
it works,
tease,
right?
basically.
In
What?
the future,
Sorry?
haven't we established that?
Yeah, this is a cut back to that.
So let's just
Yeah.
let's say it happens.
Yeah. So I'm gonna edge this because it's important.
All right, so should I use my, what do you think? Willpower and charisma?
Yeah.
That sound pretty
That sounds
decent?
Yeah.
All right. We'll do it.
I'm still rolling over here. Oh, I love when 6 do that. Oh man, I have
All
burned
right.
2
If
edge
you're
points.
edging this, I'm gonna edge mine as well.
Okay. Got to the
Because
bottom of my edge. I burned 2
I
edge
gotta
on that.
remember. So when I edge, can you just remind me, like, I add an extra how many dice? 3
Whatever
or
your
2?
edge rating is.
I think
Yeah.
it's 2.
Sure.
Okay.
My edge.
Usually mages and adepts and whatnot will have a little bit lower edge.
And
No, 5.
I'm gonna
help
explode
me.
separate, right?
Yeah.
So I got.
Um.
Oh, I'll wait till you're ready. Wait till you're ready to show them.
Oh, nothing freaking exploded, but I got 3 successes. Oh, but with the edge, I can re-roll. What can I re-roll?
6s explode, or you can burn a second edge and re-roll failures.
No, I'll just go with the 3 successes. Whatever.
All right, I got 7.
Yeah.
Appropriate.
Susan.
And this is your seduction roll? Is that
Yeah. Can I ask you something?
so?
Yeah.
What do you want?
What?
What do you really want?
What do you mean? What do I want?
Life?
Well, I want a
10
security
next-
guard, man.
10 security.
Yeah. I mean, look at me.
Yeah.
I need security.
All right.
There's a lot of massive crazies out there.
That's yes. I'm busy pulling on a shirt to like cover the explosives all wrapped around my chest.
No. She has a different definition. You're not. What her definition of that?
I'm not crazy.
No.
I feel like I'm
You're
awake.
prepared.
Yeah.
You're prepared, man.
I'm prepared for anything.
That's right. And that's what I need. Question is, can you deliver?
I think we can find out.
All right then. Let's do this. Now I don't know if Susan is picking up totally what he's laying down.
So,
Yeah.
you guys are falling madly and deeply in friendship with each other.
Sounds like a plan. Friends are good.
Like, you guys are so into having friendship with each other.
It's like a superpower. All right, I believe you were
What's the-
recruiting.
Yeah, yes.
So, yes.
Well, then recruit.
So that was 3 weeks ago. Now we're at Susan's first day, and sure enough, yeah, time to call in your security.
I do want to
Yeah.
just add one last thing, is that Susan has been getting worse at her job, like a couple negative, because she's been staying up way too late at night, talking on the phone with me, like really late into the hour, and like I don't stop. I
Like
just
that
keep
high
on the phone.
school best
Yes.
friend thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I show up and I'm just same old, no negative effect. But it's starting to wear on you a little bit.
So, yeah, I'll be talking when after he's, after he says you'll need security. I'm like, I know the guy. Got a good one. Just, I can hire anybody I want.
Yes, anyone that suits your fancy.
Okay, because he's a
You
little.
are the VP
unconventional.
now. You make the decisions.
Okay, well, I like a little bit, well, a little more unconventional.
Your past 3 weeks have been quite exciting since you've met Calypso. You really can thank him for this job, as it was partly his hacking skills that got it for you.
And
You're
Havoc.
certainly feeling a little out of your depth and a little bit underqualified for what's coming your way.
Hence
Sorry,
why
did
I
we-
need such a big crew to
Yeah.
do my work for
Havoc
me.
was in there too, right?
What?
You were also hiring Havoc, right? I think I just missed that part.
You guys, you and Havoc have not
Yeah,
yet.
Havoc.
Right. No, I don't
You
know.
guys haven't yet met.
Oh, we haven't. Okay, then I'm not helping my buddy out. I thought we knew each other already. I'm so confused.
Or was it
I don't know who the
Calypso
hell I know.
hasn't met Havoc?
Calypso, neither Calypso nor Susan have yet met Havoc.
Okay.
But they're about to, because it's at Susan, at your first a couple weeks later, after you've had some time to get Calypso up to speed and you're both starting to figure out this routine, you're having your first press conference. And the new boss, the CEO that you've been working under, has been driving you nuts. And you just completely hate him. And you're holding a press conference and you're getting all sorts of questions and grilled about why the CEO has been behaving the way he is, and you hate everything he's been doing, yet you still have to defend him.
Okay. So I'll just kind of be like, well, he's getting a little older. And, things happen when you get older.
Question.
Reggie. What the
Yes,
hell?
Reggie from The Independent.
Yeah. Reggie, go. One question only this time. Don't
Can
throw in,
you-
don't try to compound them.
Can you please help explain to us why CEO Vordener has been vacationing on company dime repeatedly over and over again? And when he does that, is there a reason that the company pretends he's not vacationing?
Mm.
Okay. Thank you very much. Susan, you can go now. Thank you all for coming. The CEO steps up, kind of pushes you aside. This has been enough. We don't need any more of this kind of talk. We brought you here to talk about the issues today. If you don't want to hear about any of that and you're just going to be asking about my personal time, then
Well, oh,
The CEO just fell down.
what the hell?
Now, did they get
Um,
shot, or did they just die?
I bend over, like I kneel down to be like, what the heck just happened?
you look down and you see a blade sticking out of his forehead. And lots of blood covering the floor.
Press conference is over. I need a medic. Anybody? A medic. I don't know how to spin this one. This is way above my pay grade. So yeah, she's just trying somehow to stop the blood.
You're also
And then
trying to hold in your joy.
Well, and I was gonna actually say, like, as she's trying to, like, kind of, you know, stop, plug up the hole or whatever. She kind of, in the back of her mind, is thinking, would anybody blame me if I I could look like I'm doing the motions. And then she'll kind of scream out, hurry, somebody, medic. And then just kind of maybe ease up on her hand a little bit so more blood can come out. But where nobody can see.
You take a second as well to look around the room, and you see standing proudly at the other end of the room an orc. As everyone scatters, there's one orc standing motionless, sort of proud.
Does he look like he just threw something?
It's a nice
Is that
knife.
where his pride is coming from? Yeah. Calypso. You need to help me find out who did this, man. This is not good. Not good.
And over comms.
And then she
'cause
kind
you've
of
got
turns and
your comm.
yeah.
Right away. Yep, of course. I'll patch us through into corporate security. We got to get you to a safe place, ma'am. You are currently. Well, let's deal with the logistics and the chain of succession later. But we got to get you to a safe place and keep up the good work.
And what does the orc do, Steve?
Well, firstly, continues to pass out the rest of the drinks on the tray, and then will straighten up a couple of the flower arrangements on tables, and then go back towards the kitchen, heading down the hallway, tossing the tray aside, pulling off the jacket.
And as you turn a corner, you bump into a human.
Oh, excuse me. I think table 7 was complaining about the fish, something about it being slightly overcooked. You may want to look into that. And we'll just keep going.
You may have missed that, Todd. That was you.
Oh, right.
Your
Of
Calypso.
course. Yeah, of course. Sorry. I'll get right on that. And I'll pass him the chip that was. I'll palm him the chip that was hidden in my hand, which is a pan, which will allow him to open the 5 doors, letting him leave the building.
Okay. Grab that. Do
I'll
the
walk
thing.
back in and lean over the kind of dodging through the crowd and the people shuffling through. Got my earphones on, like I'm enjoying a good tune, carrying a tray, and I bring a glass of champagne over to this this guy who's kind of sitting in the corner in a bit of a trance. And I actually never did figure out what metatype Salvador is.
Let's just go with human.
Okay, so there's a human person just in a bit of a trance, and I pass them a champagne fluke. And hey, you okay?
Yeah, well.
Good.
I'm not seeing
gotta
anything. Yeah.
And
Nothing
I'll
in
pass you
space.
the tray and a coat. We switch jackets.
Great.
So, all this happened 10 years ago. It's really a great way for Susan to learn how to throw stuff as she got to know Havoc over the years, and your shared hatred of this corporation that you were trying to keep tabs on. You were always able to give information to Havoc, who needed it to do his job or its job. And you managed to spin things as best you could, and all the while knowing that you were fighting against them at the same time. And
Enough truth so that I look good to my employer, but not too much.
it eventually got you in trouble, and that's where you ended up answering phones and dealing out calls that bore the shit out of you company.
Yeah, I hate that place.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad it blew up.
And this is where you arrive now at Montgomery's warehouse yet again at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Present day?
Present day.
Okay.
He comes rushing out to meet you guys. Now, we've got to go now. We've no time.
What's the rush?
Bore the shit out of you is trying once again to ship explosives that cannot get into the wrong hands, and we've got to stop them. I've just gotten the information. They're just getting out of dock now. If we don't stop them, if we don't hurry, we won't be able to do anything. It'll be too late. I've got the shipping number and the truck it'll go on. Do whatever you have to, but make sure that shipment doesn't get to them.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. You might though want to just relax a little bit. I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but undue stress really will age you quickly, man. And
Do I look like someone who cares about age?
well,
He doesn't.
all right, it's your health, bud. I mean, you live it how you want.
Listen, if you can get the job done or not, I need to know now. Because if you can't, I've got to get another team.
We can do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
Sound
Easy
nods.
enough.
He turns and walks. He gets on the phone. Yes, sir. It's got to be taken care of right away. He disappears back inside the warehouse. You guys didn't even get a chance to go inside. But you have the location at the shipping dock.
I'm just gonna look at the guys and be like, think he's always gonna be this high strung?
He is.
Yeah.
I would assume so, yeah.
And anybody got anything to help with that? You know, maybe we could slip in his drink a little bit, because I don't work well with that
All
kind
the
of.
team points at Reaper.
Like all of us, all at once. Yeah.
Reaper dude, you gotta do your magic on him.
Just in case
Reaper's
you don't know,
muted. I
Matt.
don't know if you're there or not, Matt.
Yeah.
I am, but there's a very loud mixer being run in the next room over, so I'm having a hard time hearing. I heard Reaper though.
There's a loud what?
It's you.
A mixer. Someone's cooking in the kitchen right now.
Oh.
What is it cooking?
I have no idea what they're cooking. Probably some kind of dessert.
At 11:30 at night, dang.
Yeah, apparently.
Great.
But yeah, we were just saying, you know, because you're so mellow, you need to help out MacGyver here. I forget his name. Ferguson. Montgomery.
His
came up-
name is
MacGyver's
actually
his first
MacGyver Montgomery.
MacGyver.
Yeah.
Montgomery.
I
Yeah,
just
MacGyver
went with
Montgomery.
every Scottish name.
Hey, I'm down for whatever the plan is, you know, as long as there's a good paycheck in it for me, you know.
So the
Yeah.
shipping the shipping documents show that in fact he has for you a digital tracker, and it shows that it's due to be unloaded from a boat in about 5 minutes, which means it'll take about another 20 minutes until it makes it on. After that, until it makes it onto a truck.
Okay.
So where is this? At first, I thought it was happening right here, but it sounds like it's not. I just want to make
It's
sure.
not.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we have
Fair
to
enough.
go to the dock.
He needed to give you the information in person because he didn't feel comfortable.
Makes sense.
Sharing it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the location is Terminal 5, Seattle.
Sal will, get into the vehicle and basically immediately astrally project to go take a sort of heads up scout, with everyone else, being en route. I assume that Calypso's driving. I don't know. It's not. That's
10
not
and
for me to
2.
decide.
I am driving as best I can with 3 hits.
Okay, so you're gonna take an astral visit.
Yeah. I don't know if there's like any scene there. It's just I go do the recon, meet back where I would expect my body to be based on the
I mean, you can
transit
get
time.
You can get there and back in the matter of seconds.
Exactly.
So on your way there, as you're approaching, give me a perception check.
Okay. Should I actually? Didn't give myself a sensing. Should I be doing sensing instead, or do you just want to just do it?
No, so
not worry about it.
The sensing is
No,
not.
I
Yeah.
just want to make sure. Oftentimes it's used that way, but yeah, no, I agree. That is 3 hits.
Okay, so as you get close, you can tell that this place has a high level of magical security. There would be wards and all sorts of stuff that you're not getting like a full read on, but because you know that if you tried to get a full read on it, you'd probably trigger some stuff.
Right.
But there's enough that you can see, like, getting in here undetected with any kind of astralness would be nearly impossible.
Okay, which is a good sign as well, because it means that probably any sort of opposing magical stuff might be limited as well.
Yeah, this is
So
this is one of Seattle's main docks. So this is not like a small side dock. This is where big corporations have all their major shipments come through. Like, this is one of the main places, that ports of entry for the entire Americas, really.
And they're
So-
going to be leaving from here and going somewhere, and we're trying to
Yeah.
intercept.
Right. So you have the information on which container it's going to be. You know that it's going to be on the truck in about 25 minutes. And you can tell from your astral at a distance, we'll call it, that there's astral signatures of all sorts mixed out through all of it. And it's all muted because it seems like it's all in containers and all sorts of stuff.
Right. Great. All right. I meet back up. All right, well, it's a lockdown dock. About what you'd expect.
All right. How big was what we have to get?
So what he's told you basically is that it's like a transport truck full of explosives.
Full transport truck. Well, shit.
As long as
This
we
is
can
gonna be a
intercept
big
it
job.
before it leaves the docks, shouldn't have much, well, not much astral to deal with, at least. Still might be
a good
mages.
idea.
yeah.
Might be a good idea to set up some kind of distraction.
Yeah.
Hey, Reaper, you got a pretty good arm, right? Or Havoc?
Yeah.
Nisus? All three of you, actually. Hold on. Let me make something up real quick. Somebody take the wheel.
Especially your cyberware. Reaper's cyber arm's a really good one.
Who's gonna grab the wheel? As I literally stop driving and start climbing through the tiny window into the back.
Oh shit.
Dibs.
I'm gone.
I just climb right into that seat after you. You know, just a seat a little bit maybe while I'm going, get a nice lean, driving one-handed.
I think you need to do a crash test though, because I just stopped driving.
Okay. What am I rolling for that?
Yeah, you're a pretty good driver. I mean, you've been a courier, you've been all sorts of stuff, so.
So
Probably got like a pilot rating of 4. Your reaction was decent, if I recall.
I think I've got 4 reaction.
So 8.
So I've got pilot rating of 4 plus my reaction.
Also, you've been resting for 2 days, so roll your body plus your willpower and take any hits off your damage track from 5.
We have not determined what my willpower is yet.
What do you think?
I feel like it's not one of my better stats. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you would read it. I feel like
I would say for someone to jump onto an exploding package,
Massive.
you gotta have
That is high,
a
okay.
feel.
Okay. I know I'm definitely low intelligence. I know that. Okay. So what would you give me then for willpower?
Yeah, 5
5?
seems good.
5.
And I think we established your body was 8.
Correct. So I roll 13 for that then.
Yep.
built like a tank and twice as thick.
7 successes.
So you're fully healed after 2 days.
Oh wow, okay. I'm a quick healer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'm rolling 8 dice for my pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I
Yep.
pull up my duffel bag in the back and I'm starting to pull wires together and jam detonators into a pack and wrap it in tape. And I'm splitting my dice and I'm gonna make up 2 little handheld bombs.
Okay, I got 3 successes.
I don't know if I'm taking dice away for doing this in the back of a moving vehicle.
Yeah, so you're fine with driving, and no, you don't have to. You're
Sweet. So I've made 2 little improvised bombs that I can now. I'll give one to Nasus and the other one to, Reaper's driving, so I'll give one to Vogue. Don't drop those.
All right.
What? Yeah, sure.
Will do.
You can set the
I
timer
can,
on your own if you want to. It's default to 5 seconds.
So are you guys? Where are you guys? What's your plan? Where are you going?
My plan was to kind of get close and turn invisible and go stealth in, or well, go invisibly in, and then
Does Salvador have any advice about that?
what did Salvador see?
The magic security is pretty tight there. Probably. We're gonna. I mean, I don't know if I'm discussing being invisible. I don't know if we've discussed that as an option, but like, yeah, I definitely report the magical security is tight on the docks. It's gonna be difficult to actually fool that. So whether you can be seen or not, someone's still gonna know.
All right, so that won't work. All right.
Actually, if I'm understanding correctly, is this like if we're past the threshold, only like crossing the threshold would trigger something, or do we think that any usage within the docks would be an issue?
Yeah. So basically, what you saw are essentially wards, which are
Mhm.
like magical alarm systems, right? So
Right.
once something goes across that, it alerts its mage that something is there. And
Right.
depending
Right.
on the quality of the ward and the rating, all that stuff, the mage will get information. Your sense was that they
Yeah.
were all very high end.
Yeah. So I do think that if we get like past the threshold, we might be able to like move around within invisibly, kind of a thing. But we'll have to get set up
Uh,
first.
could you tell, like, how high the threshold went? Because it can't be infinite.
Now it'd be a
There
dome.
has to be a limitation. It's a dome. So
Yeah.
there's no way to sneak under or go over.
You can try.
You can certainly try, yes. I
Anyone who's role played with me before as a GM knows when I say things like "you can try."
probably not a good deal.
Doesn't mean it's not a good idea. It's just don't let me stop you.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we could take it down, but then that's a whole other alarm that's going off in someone's head. You need to get in
Yeah.
as, people are
And
supposed to be there.
as we didn't with Reaper almost dying and being blown up, I have no intention of pulling punches. If something seems like it's way above your pay grade and you attempt it, it might kill you, and that will happen.
Yeah. So can I tap into my kind of more corporate days and
Yep.
kind of almost think about who I knew needed to do shipping or shipped a lot.
Oh yeah,
Almost
you
kind of
you used
bluff.
to work with tank and logistics.
Okay. Because what I want to do is
Never really
basically
liked you much,
create.
but
All right. I don't know if I need to really talk to him. I just almost want to create like an order, like a work order, where we're coming to drop something off or pick something up for this person, and
well,
that's
one
why
of you
we're there.
one of you does have lots of skills in subterfuge and espionage.
Steve?
I feel like most of us do.
But
So far, we
I
don't.
think Havoc probably the most,
Infiltration.
being an assassin.
Yep.
I just mean, in the scenes we've seen, it almost looks like oops all faces. Like, how did you go and assassinate the person? Well, I was being a caterer and getting through, right? Like, I infiltrated a company. Like, that's kind of what all of us have done. That's what we have in common, except for
A little bit.
except for
And the Mohawks.
yes, that too.
In case anyone
That's a
forgot that you all have identical Mohawks.
Oh no, we
Uh,
all have Mohawks.
Identical,
I
but we have
remember.
Mohawks.
That is a great idea, Susan. I will hopefully hack any ID thing that pops up and get them in the door.
Okay.
So, I will. Yeah. Havoc will use this background skill of spycraft to try to come up with a. Oh my god! I rolled 6 dice and they're all hits. To try to slightly modify the appearance and then do a quick on the fly kind of jerry-rigged hackization of the pan to create an ID to be there.
I'll assist with the
And then-
technical skills.
Yeah,
I do have a quick question for you,
and
Phil.
we'll edge it
Um,
too.
Would
Yeah.
I have maybe a machine gun or something like that already, given I was a veteran and I kind of do that is that something that I would have been able to bring along on this trip, or am I?
Some
100%.
give you a gold
Okay.
watch. They give you a machine gun.
Which machine gun do you think I should have then? Because I don't know what's practical given my background. Because the price range on these things is quite wide.
That's a
I
chicken.
don't have all my books with me, but you'll have something that's like an 8P machine gun, something like that. Ares.
Stoner
like-
Ares M202.
Equivalent of like an AK-97. Well, Stoner Ares would be like a light machine gun, so that like a heavy duty thing, if that's what you want. You could have that.
I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm like a big guy, I got a lot of body. I'm figuring like I might favor a heavier weapon.
Yeah, okay, so that goes under heavy weapons, and that's very dangerous weapon, so that's good.
So,
Okay.
so Phil, using trying to infiltrate and come up with disguise spycraft bullshit on the fly. Just for those at home, what I did with the dice, because this is the freaking crazy thing about Shadowrun, is our house rule is you roll your knowledge skill, successes go into your dice pool for the other skills. So I am using my like influence group and linked attribute of charisma, edge dice. So I added 6 dice to the pool from the knowledge skills roll, which all came up hits. And then re-rolled my exploding dices, and then so I got this many hits, which
What
is
are
a
you trying
total.
to do?
Sort of like on the fly bullshit, fast talk, quick disguise, type something into my pan that becomes official on the fly. And so 21 hits on that attempt.
All right.
You pass me
and
an
that's
entire
to,
freaking
like,
profile, and I'll
talk
just
your way-
insert it.
Sorry.
You're talking about talking your way into the compound?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Thankfully you guys are not far. You're about is there any more prep you want to do before you arrive at the location?
Well, I'll let Todd's character help set up the credentials.
Yeah,
Whatever you
I'll
can
just,
do.
once we get there, any reader, I'll hack that to get you through the door.
So I'm
Okay.
coming in as an inspector of some kind, an inspector of their security system. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Send him in a taxi.
Yeah.
If you'll notice the screen I shared, it shows you your estimated time remaining before the truck leaves the yard.
But it's not counting down, but that's fine.
It should be.
Now it is. Okay.
Does it when I change the screen? Does it?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's funny because I can actually see like on the like little thing of the tab at the top, the timer is still counting. You can see that. Even if you tabbed away. But anyway. So
Okay.
guys, here's the thing. Look I got this profile that I was kind of, just in case. I always have this kind of thing set up. Why am I telling you that? I don't know. Security inspection. Totally legit. Go in there. I'll fast talk with some jargon. I will infiltrate and
Enter security code.
Back on the
find
fly.
what you're looking for. Sorry, what did I missed that, Phil?
Enter security code.
Yeah, so
There's a
I'll hack
panel
on the
there in
fly.
front of you with 12 keypad, 12 number keypad.
So I'll just type something in that seems the most logical.
And I'm going to
So,
try to hack the
what's-
device to give the
What?
thumbs up regardless of whatever he enters. Or whatever.
Okay,
it
what's
is.
your hacking roll?
I got 4 hits.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
a
so
rating.
I'll say it out loud, Todd. I'll say it out loud as I'm typing it in, so that you can try to actually
radio.
I'll just
One?
so you can hear it under my breath. So like 1, what is it? 4, 7,
4, 7,
9,
9,
2,
2,
3, 4,
4.
5, 1,
Stop
6,
pushing numbers.
6.
Access
Six.
green.
Perfect.
Please proceed to entry bay 4. And in front of you, the road illuminates a pathway and
Nason,
with like
as he
consecutive
goes
dotted
through,
lights.
this is your chance.
So what
to
now?
sneak past the ward.
Yeah. Sorry, my assistant's just a little bit behind. Come on. I'll wave to whoever is close by of the group. Holding the door. Someone hurry up.
I'll
Are
come
you all
help.
going through?
Let's shove
come.
Reaper through. Nason.
And
Have a-
Salvador, where are you?
Yeah, I thought we were all in a vehicle. I did not realize the
Yeah.
physicality of what was happening here.
That's what I
I
thought
thought it
too.
was a vehicle.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Through the I'll reach out the window, punch this on the pad. In we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, we're driving through.
So which way do you guys go? There's a light illuminating you towards entry bay 4.
Yeah, pull in there.
We gotta. Where's the truck?
Good question.
Yeah,
So-
we know what where it should be.
Yeah, you know the identification number of the truck, but you haven't yet figured out or made an attempt to figure out where it is.
So
Oh, I
I'll look.
misunderstood. I thought it was the opposite. Sorry.
Yeah.
I could try to hack it.
Okay. Steve?
Steve?
Looking for any person that works there.
This is a highly automated facility, so there's lots of robotics and drones and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so there's some kind of assistant directive, the Star Wars toaster.
Yeah.
One of those.
The Star Wars toaster comes around the corner and beeps at you.
Hi. Slarty Bartfast with universal electronic security. We are here to inspect a specific security threat, which is associated with this particular shipment. Please put a hold on it and direct us to where it is as quickly as possible. Thank you. And then what does it do?
It beeps at you in a sound that sounds more upset than cooperative.
Can I try hacking on the
Do you
fly?
speak beep?
I don't.
No, I do not.
You can hack on the fly, yes.
I'm gonna go big or go home. So I'm gonna try to get all 3 necessary marks in a single roll. So I'm at -6
Okay.
to hack.
11
It
minutes
works.
remaining.
It really works. Oh boy. I got 1 hit. I'm gonna edge that. I got a couple edge left. That's 2 hits, but how does it work on rerolls and glitches?
No. The glitch is
Yeah, you
just
can
on the
reroll.
first one.
It's a normal reroll.
So I didn't notice if I got any 1s on the first roll, but I definitely got 3 1s on the second roll out of 6 dice. But 2 hits.
Sorry, the second you spent edge to reroll your failures.
Yeah.
So now all your failures are 1s?
All my failures are, well, all but one of my failures are 1s. So half of my dice are 1s.
Well, I guess
I
you
did get
rerolled
2
into
hits.
a glitch. I mean,
I
I don't
rerolled-
know. I don't know what
I
to
re-rolled
say.
into a glitch. That's how that happens. So, yeah. So, there's a glitch.
So
for
the
you.
little
But I do
robot-
get 2 hits, and I should own
Yeah.
access if it works.
You have full control over the little toaster robot. And it is completely now disconnected from the system.
God damn
And
it,
is now your robot.
robot! I need you to go back to the door, the entry exit. I need you to take this. Give me that. I'll take one away from Nason, and I'll give the robot the bomb, and I'll just send it into the entrance. But that's gonna be Plan B. If they see this, by the way, robot, if you see this truck, blow up as it goes by you. Unless you hear from me.
You do speak beep, and it confirms acknowledgement of your request. Request
Unless
confirmed.
cancel request on the keyword Petunia.
Please confirm. You wish to cancel previous request?
Never mind, just go. Did it just bark?
Dog brain.
Well, I don't know where it is. Sorry. Didn't work.
You successfully hacked the shit out of that toaster. A little too well.
A little too well.
8 minutes remaining.
Yeah. All right. Who's got an idea to find this thing? Because my idea did not work.
Looking around, you see that entry bay 4 is equipped with a computer terminal that seems to have data jack ports as well as other like storage media ports, connectors, that sort of thing. There's a display screen and a keypad. The wireless display above gives you shows you passwords to access the local information network.
Oh, well, I guess if they have that right there, then I'll just log in and look it up. Two hits, no glitch.
Yeah, you successfully log on to the local information network, the LIN, On the LIN, it shows you arrival departure times for incoming and outgoing ships. It shows you. It doesn't have any list of specific containers, but there is a box to do a search for. Like there's a search box, so you can input the equivalent of tracking numbers, etc.
Can I just retcon that I didn't think of that? It was actually somebody else with like corporate background who's like, I'm overthinking. So somebody else is like the password's right there.
As you're giving the grenade to the to the little mouse bot, Susan's like, guys, the terminal's right here. What would you like to do with the terminal?
Hack it.
You don't need to hack it. Just type in where the fuck is this thing. He kind of like elbows people out of the way and starts punching in the tracking number for the vehicle.
Yeah, so you type in the tracking number for the container. The container shows up successfully unloaded 12 minutes ago.
Where?
It gives you the truck number, serial number of the truck that it was, the bed that it was loaded onto, not the truck. And the specific time, which was 12 minutes ago and some number of seconds.
Okay.
And referencing the map, you can see that the location of where it was unloaded is kind of at the far end of the docks.
I think we
So
run.
everyone back in the vehicle. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's faster. Let's do that.
And so that's about on par with what you were expecting. And it does take a while for the trucks to get moving and all that stuff. So that's when the container was unloaded. You don't know if there was a truck hooked up to it or if it's moved at all.
Okay. Well, driving faster than is necessary.
As soon as you breach the speed limit of the dock, you ask for directions, the lights light up to where you want to go, and then as soon as you breach the speed limit, the lights on the dock that were blue showing you your route are now red, and wireless display pops up in front of you in your car's AR that is a stop sign. It says stop, and then it's flashing slow down, slow down, slow down.
Hacker, take care of that. Give us permission to speed.
All right, I'll try.
So, are you still speeding, or have you slowed down?
Nope, I'm still speeding. No, wait. Can we get there in time without me speeding? Slow down momentarily while he's hacking.
So I got a question. On my old character, Steve, you gave me a bunch of funny skills, right? Like character-specific things. As a delivery driver, do I maybe have like a special skill for avoid traffic laws?
Yeah, stunt driving. So it's something you can do as you get +2 dice for stunt driving.
Okay.
Wait. They're only going to be tracking electronic vehicles in this place. Anything that's got an electronic vehicle is going to be flagged by traffic laws. Damn it. I don't think I can get around this, guys. We need a non-electric thing.
And I got my bike in the trunk.
Go, man, go!
The lights
And
start flashing
take someone
red
with
now.
you.
They were a solid red.
Yeah,
The
let's
lights
double.
that were a solid red are now a flashing red.
So, I'll jump on the bike and you can get on the pegs. Let's go, and I'll start biking as hard as I can.
And I'll just drive.
Basically,
slow.
as you guys pull over or slow down rather to let him jump on the bike, you see a truck turn the corner and start heading towards you. You're about halfway through the yard at this point.
Okay, is that our truck? Somebody figure out if that's our truck.
Perception tests for anyone looking at the truck.
Can I look?
Yeah, is there something like that we could
AR?
look for that is relevant?
Yeah, so there would be an RFID tag on the container. So looking through with matrix vision of some kind, augmented reality, etc., you'd be able to see the identification number.
All right, Salvador, take the wheel.
Anyone
Got
with anyone with a 3 and anyone with a perception test of 3 and has access to matrix AR of some kind. You need a matrix AR to be able to see it at all.
Yeah, I got cyber eyes and a perception of 5.
Okay, so have it.
I'm not sure. I think you mentioned that I have cyber eyes before, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Reaper's like half Terminator. You're like basically a T-101.
Okay, so what should I be rolling for this then?
Perception, so
Plus, I think
intuition
isn't
plus
it intuition, yeah.
perception skill.
Intuition plus.
Your perception skill, maybe like 3-ish.
Okay.
Salvador's
yeah.
just like holding the wheel now, and like I think the vehicle's just stopped, but they're just like holding it because they were told to, and they're just like this entire time they've been kind of not very active and kind of like wigging out, honestly.
So
I
the
got one success.
Havoc is able. So Reaper can't tell. You can see where the identification number is, but you can't make it out. Havoc, you can make out the identification number.
Yep,
Um,
that's the one we're looking for.
You compare it to the one you're looking for, and it doesn't match.
That's not the truck, guys. Let's keep going.
The truck blocks your way a little bit as it's turning the corner, and it's about this time that you're realizing you might have missed it.
But what about my insurance bot?
Let's
was supposed
see.
to
Great question.
Flag to see and explode if the target truck goes past.
Okay, pick red, green, or white.
Gonna go white.
You don't win. You got close.
We failed.
Did we have any intel about where it was going? I thought I remember hearing that, but it sounds unlikely.
No, not specifically. You know, it was headed in some way to the parent corporation for the Shadowrun company.
Well, let's try to figure that out then.
It can't have gone too far.
Just had to make sure it didn't get there.
All right, tear out of here.
Still a chance.
So 2 quick things. These
the
cyber
bike in
eyes
the
you
back.
said give me +2 perception.
They just
Yeah,
help
they-
you perceive. They just give you bonuses.
Yeah, okay, I'll have to look that up. And I was also looking at the rules for machine guns. It seems that I need like at least a strength of 8 to even use them. I don't think mine's that high, so maybe I just have an assault rifle. I have the Ares Alpha assault rifle, if that's fine.
Yep. You could probably use the machine gun with a negative to your skill.
Nah.
It's point and shoot,
I'm
man.
efficient. I'm not using guns that I'm bad with. I'm a smart soldier, not smart, but you get it.
As you
Practical.
guys are looking at this truck that's passing you now, and you're realizing, shit, we might have missed it. The ground shakes and you hear a small explosion back towards somewhere near entrance bay 4.
Let's go.
Could have been. Okay, let's go. Forget the speed limit.
Calypso no longer has access to his mouse bot's signal.
The mouse bot went boom.
Good. Let's go to there.
Yeah, I guess if like Salvador's holding the wheel and two of us are like piling back in. There probably isn't time to re-shenanigan who is driving, so I guess I take off.
How
And
fast do you go?
it is very much a like, oh, we're going, okay, I'm hitting the thing, and like very much feels out of their element, but are just kind of going on instinct at the moment.
Dude, just disable the transponder on this thing.
A hearing perception test from everyone.
Okay.
Threshold is 3.
What does that?
Got 3.
Normal perception, and if you have hearing amplification modifiers, you can add their rating.
Only rolling 6
The
dice,
problem
but
is I
got
can't
3.
find perception on my sheet.
You need to add it
I
then
got a
if you don't
glitch.
have it. Perception is a skill. So if you hadn't
Oh.
added it, you don't have it.
I don't
but-
have it.
So then just
Default
add it
for
because no
damage
self-respecting Shadowrunner has a lack of perception.
True.
And what is it?
Because then you let
normally
trucks go right
rating?
past you.
So put a rating, let's say rating 2 for Nasus. And you add 2 dice to your intuition, if you've written that down. And that's your perception roll.
Threshold 3.
So did anyone get 3?
I got 5.
Nope.
I got a glitch.
Critical glitch?
No
No.
hits.
Okay.
I got 4 ones and 1 hit on 8 dice.
Okay.
I got 1 hit.
So Susan is looking and listening for more explosions. Havoc and Salvador start asking each other if they hear something. Salvador, you're pretty sure you hear like a motorboat of some kind. And Havoc, you're pretty sure you hear the telltale sign of rotor drones. And Calypso, you're, in addition to your hearing them, you also pick up the signal of drones incoming.
They wouldn't put it
we
on a
got
boat,
drones
right? They just got
coming.
it off of a boat. They're switching boats?
Boats?
Like panic talking to myself.
And I missed what Reaper's
I'm doing
role
my-
was.
Just a 1.
Yeah, you're also looking at the explosion. Okay.
I'm doing that driving thing where it's like, I'm not driving to a place, I am just driving forward. Like, I'm just following the road at the current moment because I don't know what I'm doing at all. I'm just going and hoping that someone will eventually tell me to turn if I need to.
Let,
But also doing
I'll
this like
direct
panic talk to myself of like,
Salvatore
what's going on?
towards the gate.
Mm.
Or maybe
So
the
you
dock.
so Salvador's driving?
Yeah,
Is
I'm
Reaper
driving
on
right now.
Did we establish that Reaper was outside on the bicycle?
Yes, I believe I'm riding the bike, and Havoc was gonna jump on the
Pegs.
bars or whatever. Like I figure it's got like those, you know, those bikes that kids ride around that have like the bars coming out of the both wheels to do stunts and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other 3 of you are in the car. So the 3 of you that are in the car, Salvador's driving. Calypso, you're able to see that there's 4 roto drones descending from different locations that are all focused directly on your point. You can pick this up on your signals.
Okay, they're coming to
You
us.
judge that with a lot of velocity, like a lot, you might be able to get out of the main gate before the drones get to you. Havoc, you can look and see that there is a drone. You turn. You think you hear something. You turn and you see distinctly a roto drone headed towards you from your northwest, opposite the direction of the entrance.
I will mention that to everyone.
It's only 10 to 20 seconds away.
Whatever things we have to shoot stuff with ought to be pointing at that. And then I will pull out my gun and shoot at it.
All right.
Nasus, that duffel bag, open it, find something that goes boom, and have fun throwing it.
Let's have an initiative roll from everyone as well, in addition to the
Okay.
attack roll. The range is, depending on your weapon, Steve, I'd say it's a long range still. I'm going to go in like the 200-meter range.
For a second, I forgot how initiative was rolled and was very impressed with my number of hits.
I don't have any way to keep track of initiative, so let's just all type it in the chat. Type your initiative in the chat.
Okay. So initiative is 1d6 plus my reaction, right?
Yes, yeah. And you're just adding the total. You're not worried about hits.
Okay. I got a... Or 1d6, or it is just 1d6, right? Not 2d6?
You might have some boosts.
I'm
I don't know.
gonna say you
Yeah,
definitely have
These military grade reflexes plus 2d6 written on my thing here.
Yeah,
There
so
you
then you
go,
roll
yeah.
3d6 plus whatever it is.
Okay.
I like how
Because you
we
get
have
1d6
team-
by default, and then any of your reaction enhancements add additional dice equal to the rating, typically.
Team
Oh,
Assassin
shit, I had a-
BMX going on over here.
I had a good roll. Oh, I gotta put it into the thing.
Or is it, it's reaction plus intuition plus 3d6 then? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay, so that means I have a 15.
Okay, throw that in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are indeed first with Havoc, so go ahead and do an attack roll, if that's your choice.
Of course,
You are
I'm gonna
muted.
shoot
There you
things. So that would be the shooting guns skill, which is that plus. So
I'm gonna just use Google Maps maybe and pull that share the screen for that to give you a somewhat of a layout of what this
and I'm
was.
going to edge it because, of course.
Nice max roll there, Bella.
I know. I've wasted it.
God, I love exploding dice. Okay. We get a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Nine on the shooting of the thing.
Okay, so you fired some shots off that hit home. What's the damage?
11p, and it has also a -3 armor piercing.
Okay.
So how does the accuracy rating come into it? I don't even know.
That's the
It's like
maximum
your
number of
limit.
hits that you can apply.
Oh, okay. So you can apply 6 of those lots of hits.
Okay. Where is it there? Armor. You said what was the armor rating? Or the -3 or something?
Yeah, -3 AP.
I'm sorry, again, the damage was what now?
11p.
11. Okay. So you see the shots land home. The rotodrone does a bit of a spin and twirl, manages to maintain stability, and is still headed towards you, but it's leaking something.
Well, Tagged it.
Nasus, you may act.
Okay, I'm just looking up what are the stats on a grenade?
Oh, I have those written down.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reach into your bag.
There are
And-
five different types of grenades in there. Do you want to roll a d6 or do you want to pick one? Would you recognize grenades?
I probably wouldn't. No, I probably wouldn't.
Great, roll a d6.
So I will roll a d6 and see.
A 6 will be whatever you
what she
want.
get. All right. 5.
All right, you have that one.
big one.
It's a large, big old, almost like a Bubba keg.
Okay. So, is the goal we want to take out these drones that are coming at us?
The goal
And if-
was to stop that shipment in any way
Well,
possible.
Yes. But we
Yes, but
missed
that
it.
that truck has sailed.
No, it hasn't necessarily. It's just now out of the warehouse. It doesn't mean it's completely uncatchable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to throw a grenade at it because it's a bunch of bombs. So,
Well, any means necessary. I encourage you to attack it with
all right,
anger.
then let's use the vengeful. Let's do her.
You haven't yet actually located the truck.
Oh,
It is just some drones, right?
Yeah.
just
There
the
are
drones
four-
are coming out.
So there's 4 roto drones. If you're not familiar, roto drones are basically miniature helicopters with guns, or miniature helicopters with some kind of equipment, being controlled by a
Yeah.
rigger. Something Gerald would use.
Yes, and they're coming after us.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take out one of those until we find the truck. Once we find the truck, I'll focus on that. But first, gotta keep us from getting attacked. So I'm just gonna haul ass and heave it right at the drone.
Okay.
And hope that it lands on the drone and kind of like, what kind of grenade is this? Is it like the typical grenade where you pull the pin,
Yeah,
or is it like one of those types of grenades that you can throw and it's like got a magnet and it can like stick to something metal?
it's.
You know what I'm talking about?
Which
kinda
kind do you want it to be?
Yeah, that's
The
fine.
latter.
Okay, then that's the type it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a good hoof and basically aim for the body of the drone, and hopefully it's going to stick on there and then it'll go kabooey.
Okay, so I think we've established well that one of your best skills is throwing.
Yes.
I
So
mean,
go
it's
ahead
not
and
fun.
roll, let's say, this is a very long range throw for you. So you get 12 dice, but I'm going to have you subtract 6 to actually connect. So
Okay.
you only need 1 hit, but you're only rolling 6 dice.
Come on, Jesus.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Have faith in yourself, young lady.
I should say 1 net hit, because it will have a chance to dodge as well.
Right. Okay. I got 2 successes.
No,
I might roll an edge.
I rolled 4 dice for it. And got
Okay.
4 hits on
Okay.
dodge.
Can I use my edge though to re-roll the fails?
Yep.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 fails.
These things will get dramatically easier to fight when they're closer, but you know.
Okay, so that's 5 successes.
Okay, then that connects.
With the 2 original, and then I got 3 on the second.
Yep. So your sticky grenade sticks.
Excellent.
The drone, you see the drone kind of like try to whirl out of the way, doing like a helicopter barrel roll. But the grenade is guided by some mystical force and follows the barrel roll and sticks right to the belly.
And then it goes off with a massive puff of smoke. It's a thermal
What's the damage
smoke.
on it?
Thermal smoke grenade.
Yeah, what's the...
No damage, unless you want to count it as a hard hit.
Oh, okay. So it's all right. So it is covered in smoke, and its visual sensors are impaired. It has -4 for perception.
And anything else near it is probably going to get caught in the cloud.
Yeah. It's about 20 meters in the air and about 100 meters away from you guys still. She just basically threw that thing across a football field.
The Bubba keg just rotating in a perfect spiral.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, who's next? Reaper.
Okay. I would like to shoot some of them with my machine gun. Or assault rifle, or whatever it's called.
Do it up. Your the range is long.
Yes, that's a -3. And what skills do I use for that roll? I assume there's a gun skill.
Long arms. No, not long arms. Sorry.
Heavy weapon?
Automatics, I think, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
automatics.
And you think I would have a what in that?
Actually, you're at a medium range for your weapon, so you're -2.
Okay, yeah, it's up to 150.
Yeah.
Okay. And my skill would be roughly...
It's got to be one of your main skills from your military, right?
Yeah,
So let's say it's at least a 5.
at least a 5. Okay, why don't we make it a 6 then?
Okay.
Alright,
Shoot the
and
boom
so
boom
it's
good.
6 plus... Am I using like agility or something with that?
Agility, yeah.
Yeah, okay. One success.
Tie goes to the attacker. You land a hit. Base damage.
Oh, so actually, so I have so -1. I didn't do the -1, but it also has this thing called recoil compensation. I don't know what that does.
And smart
So
link and all that.
That has to do with when you're firing like fully automatic or that kind of thing.
Okay.
Once you're firing more than I think 3 bullets or something like that, then each bullet beyond that applies 1 recoil,
Okay.
which resets I think every combat turn or something.
Yeah, I have no idea. I assumed I was firing this thing fully automatic as a machine gun.
Yeah, so in that case, fully automatic, we'll assume that's kind of how it happened, but I won't change the dice roll. But yeah, normally you would subtract dice to make it fully automatic, and then that makes it that equal an amount of dice less for the defender to dodge.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still figuring out the rules here. Alright, so I got 1 hit, so it's DV 11, AP -2.
All right, that connects. And let's see. Damage resistance here. Not terrible. Are you shooting at the same one Havoc pointed out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as your bullets land home, the combined effect causes it to go spiraling down, and it explodes on the surface. About 50 meters away from you guys. And
I wince slightly at the explosion and kind of shiver.
So who's next? Calypso.
I'm going to let these people do their jobs, and I'm gonna see if I can hack to track that truck.
Okay.
So central network going big again to go home.
What's your perception rating?
6.
Okay.
The
Nothing.
giggles mean I'm done for. Okay. I'm gonna try to hack this system to try to find out where our truck went. I'm going big,
Okay.
so I only get to roll 6 dice. But if they succeed, then I automatically get in with 3. I'm gonna also edge this off the bat.
All right. This is one of the higher security places you've ever hacked into.
That's why I'm edging right away. I only have 2 more edge left.
Yeah. And you haven't done a lot of stuff, to be fair. But...
Yeah. Oh, that was not a wonderful roll. I got 2 hits.
You're trying to beat 2.
Does meat beat, or do I have to get over? I don't know.
I'm going to say in this case, no, because you need net hits to...
I'd agree.
All right. I'm going to edge. Is it too late for me to edge
sometimes... Yeah.
that? Okay, I will edge that again. This is my last edge. We need to know where that truck is going. I need a nap after this. Okay. Okay. Here we go. That is now 7 hits.
Yeah, you easily get the location of the truck. You now have its GPS tracker. It is.
I'll put it on
If you
the
look at the
screen
map here,
for everybody to see.
can you see my mouse cursor on this map on the shared
Yeah.
screen? Okay. So, you guys. So this near where this says Chillin' Cafe. I don't know if you can read it, but this yellow dot. That's where you came in. That's basically the entrance. You had come in. You're basically over here now. The truck is on the highway, just at the bridge right here.
All right, I pipe that through to the main nav screen on the car, and I yell to Salvador. There it is! Go!
Oh, I really wish you were driving, and I go, but I'm not good at this.
No, you don't. I'm a terrible driver.
Whereabouts,
You got this.
whereabouts are we on the bike?
So you are. You're basically kind of near where the car is, right? So this
Okay.
you can kind of see this road here. The car's here. You're basically right beside it. Like you guys had stopped here. A truck had come around this corner and was passing you at about the time you heard the drones. So that truck that had passed you is now kind of blocking the exit here. But you guys are on the bike there. The car is a little bit ahead of the bike,
Okay.
within spitting distance from each other.
I suppose we should let them in the truck.
They're a courier. They can go faster than a truck than a car can. That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's true. As soon as traffic is hit, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm picturing it like a clown car or a bicycle, as the 2 beefy dudes switching places.
I want to
Yeah.
put the pedal to the metal, go as fast as I can and try to see if I can pop a wheelie and like how you curb hop on a bike and get it into the back of the pickup there.
Okay, we'll see how that goes when we come back around to you.
Yeah.
Salvador, what are you doing?
I am just focusing on driving. I don't want to try and split focus and like cast a spell at the same time and end up crashing or anything. So I'm just trying to drive as instructed.
And so you're looking to go as fast as possible, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't think I put like a lot of thought into it. I'm just like, we're going okay. Pedal, right?
Yeah. So give me a driving check. And
All right. So my driving's undefined, but I don't think I'm good at this. I feel like no. I'll say I have a skill of non-zero, but that's still only okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Got it. 4 dice.
this is
One
your
hit.
threshold.
What's my threshold? Where did you put it?
3.
Oh, great. Well, I got 1.
Okay, so you're not at risk of crashing, but you can't seem to. You over squeal the tires in your eagerness, and you fail to accelerate fast enough to beat the drones.
Sounds right.
And the one roto drone that's a ball behind you wasn't really the one that was going to risk preventing you from getting out. These two, however, that have now planted themselves in front of you and have turned their rotor blades into quadro walker legs are now preventing your way. And you're about to smash into them, and I'll give you the option to try to stop or turn. Your choice.
Trying to figure it. I guess I would like panic swerve. My first impulse is like, oh, I just try and smash through them, and clearly that's a bad idea. But I could see Salvador being like, "Bah!"
Yeah, they're big. Like they're the
Yeah.
size. They're the size of like a donkey,
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it
So-
would be a good idea.
like a deer. You know, it'd be like driving into a metal deer. Okay.
Yeah.
So you try to swerve. In my humble opinion, that was the better choice. So your threshold is only 2 to not crash. So do another driving check.
Another drive? Okay. Let's do it again. There's a chance. You know what? I have edge. Let's do it. I'm panicking. If edge isn't being panicked, then what is it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So
really
that's
just
7
a
dice now.
measure of my anxiety.
All right, that's 2 hits, but with 2 6s. It's 2 hits. Yeah, I just rolled the extra dice. Still nothing. Yeah.
Okay, in this case, that's enough to not crash. You've met the threshold. So you make it around. You make it to the side. So you're no longer headed towards the exit directly, but you have gone off the main road into like a little. You're not blocked by anything per se, but you've turned out of the way and you didn't hit anything.
Great. Good. Cal, where am I going?
So that
Follow the
brings us to so the rotodrone's turn was basically that they have essentially blocked your exit, and Havoc, it's your turn. You're now about 20 meters behind where the car swerved off.
Which car was that swerved off? This is the car we're chasing?
The car. Well, so you're not in the car, right? You were on the bicycle.
Well, I thought we all piled back into the vehicle.
Last thing you had done was shoot at a drone.
Oh, yeah. So can I see the other drones yet or no?
Yes. So you see the 2 drones that have planted themselves in front of the car, and a third drone that is just basically touching down behind where the car was a second ago, doing the same thing, turning into a walker drone from a roto drone.
I'll just take a shot at whichever one I think is easiest to annihilate.
Okay. Before you do that, give me a perception check. Your threshold is going to be 6, but there's a good reason for it.
Perception.
Visual perception.
Yeah.
And
Oh, so for that.
If you have vision magnification or vision enhancement, you can add that, but not demographics or other enhancements.
No, I don't get 6.
Okay.
Just 2.
Okay, so make your shot.
Okay. Shooting is a violent skill, and I like that. Reaction and running. No, it's agility. And then that. All right. Let's do it. Let's do murder.
And just while you're rolling that, I'll say quickly, mostly for Salvador's benefit, because you're going to have a 0 on this initiative pass, so you won't really have a chance to act. But it occurs to you that with all that magical warding, there's probably more than just drones here.
I don't follow. Wouldn't that mean that there wouldn't be?
Magical security is probably high.
Right, they're wards, not barriers. I keep thinking it's a barrier thing.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I got 9 hits again. Because I used another edge. Because I mean, like, just why not? But, like, what's life worth living if you don't waste all your edge?
I definitely agree with that. Don't hold on to your anxiety. Roll it in an edge form.
Well, it rolled poorly. What's the damage on it?
11p. And then minus 3 AP.
So yeah, you land your shot. You can tell it's like a direct hit. The thing doesn't even try to move out of the way because it's pretty sturdy on there. But your bullets seem to ricochet off what used to be rotor blades are now extremely strong reinforced armor that protects all of its vitals because they've basically come down as like a shell. Your perception test earlier was to see if you really noticed that at the increased armor. So it still does damage. You still do, but a lot less than you would have thought otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it lurches a bit as one of its legs gets wounded.
Okay. Fantastic.
Bella.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's late.
There's
We
still
will
more grenades.
wrap up in just a moment.
Time. I'm like, why am I so tired? There's good reason for that. So I'm gonna reach into the bag. I don't want one of those smoke things again.
Yeah, just don't
so
grab
I
a
know
bubba.
what those look like now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab at a different type. I think we're down to a D4 now, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can
So I'm
probably read. They're likely labeled.
Oh, I want. Are the drones still in the way? Are there any?
Yeah, so they haven't really moved, but you could probably squeeze the car past them now. They've kind of positioned themselves next to the natural barrier of buildings that's there. So there's basically 2 drones, buildings on either side. The car could maybe squeeze between either one of them and the building they're next to, but you're probably trading paint.
What's the
High explosive is probably the one you want.
Either that's 16p or
Frag grenades are better for
there's
people.
also okay. What about flashbang now? That's more just loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. I'll look for a high explosive. See if there's anything in there.
Yeah.
You asked Calypso for advice on high explosives.
Yeah. Grab the ones with the red band.
Red band, got it. I take it out.
It's got a push button detonator where you push it. You can set a time and Or you can set it to
Yeah,
contact.
I'll set on contact as soon as it hits something, and I will again chuck it.
All right.
So that's is it still thick?
Where are you aiming it?
For the drones that are blocking the way.
So, like, you trying to land it sort of in between them or on one of the two drones? What's your...
Okay, so there's two of them?
Yeah, there's two of them side by side.
We want to
So
clear one.
thinking-
Kind of thing.
I was thinking there were three, and I was going to aim it for the middle one.
There's a third one, but it's kind of behind. So there's two in the front and one behind. The four of them were trying to cage you in. One of them that exploded.
Right. I'm going to go
Which one is
try to take
beaming
out the
smoke?
two in the
Because
front.
that's still on him.
That is the third one that Havoc just shot at.
Okay.
So is that still 66? Or has the distance?
No, now they're close, so you get all your dice now.
Okay, so that's 12 d6.
Yeah.
I can't talk. All right. 5, 6. Wow. Should have edged that. Damn.
5 successes.
I got 5 successes. 4 of
Yeah,
those successes.
You precisely place the explosive exactly where you want it.
Beautiful. I'm just going to try to get it on the side. I'm making hand movements, and then I realize you can't see me. So basically,
You could turn your camera on.
this is true. Could do that. Hello. There we go. So what I'm trying to do is they're like side by side. I'm gonna try to aim it for the side of the one drone that's closest to the other, hoping that it'll kind of expand out and take them both out. We'll see.
What's the damage on that side?
16
16
physical, and it's -2 for every meter away that it expands.
Okay.
And it's -2 to their armor.
Yeah, so the second one's only, let's say, 2 meters away.
So that's
And
minus
not even
4.
1 meter, they're pretty close.
Okay.
But, as previously mentioned, they have reinforced hardened armor now, designed for withstanding impacts and things like that. They are stopper drones. So they get a lot of bonus dice for these types of attacks.
Gotcha. Somebody hacked them.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Somebody should do that.
So that's one of them. That's the second one. So the one it sticks to. So you throw the grenade, it sticks, explodes. 2 of its limbs get sent flying as the drone. It's basically got 4 limbs, right? 2 of them get exploded off in the explosion, and its body levers over top of its other 2 legs and smashes onto the ground on that side. It seems like the legs were in some way like anchored or bolted into the ground. There may be reinforcements in the cement of some kind that were designed for this purpose. The other one lurches on all 4, gets pushed sideways, but its legs seem to grip in place. But it's seemingly non-functioning. Any signal from it or lights are no longer active, but it is still physically a barrier to you.
Well, you shove them apart a bit.
Better than nothing.
Split
Yeah.
the uprights, Sal.
Reaper, that's for you now.
Okay, so these drones are disabled, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
2 out of 3 are disabled. The one between you guys and the car, so you and Havoc have one between you guys and the car that is smoking like crazy and has one crippled limb.
Okay.
I think Sal is saying, like, someone take this wheel away from me. This is... Oh, no.
Well, I
Gotta get
want to
my eyes
charge
on
straight
space.
for the thing, firing fully automatic, just trying to blow it to bits so we can get back in that truck.
Okay.
Where's Reaper? Reaper's a good driver.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
It's only now that Calypso realizes that the other two are still not in the truck.
So, again, I need a quick tutorial on how exactly I'm doing all this with full auto and all these rules and this and that. Like,
Well, just in the sake of time, we'll simplify it for now and
Yeah.
just say I'm gonna. Normally, it would make them have less dodge dice, but since they're not dodging anyway, we'll just add like 2 to the damage,
okay.
More
just for
bullets.
simplicity and speed.
So it's my agility plus my gun skill.
And take 2 dice off to make up for the full auto recoil.
Okay. And I have,
This
but I have the
elf-
recoil compensator. Does that balance that out?
Yeah, I'm taking that into consideration. I'm just trying to simplify it.
Okay,
This
so I'll
elf
roll
veteran's having a
8d6
day.
then.
Yeah, exactly. There's
back in the
lots of things to
trenches.
consider too, like bone lacing, cyber arms, all this stuff. Like he's got a lot of natural recoil comp too.
Okay, so I got 3 successes.
Okay. So the assault rifle finds home and you shear off the crippled limb and another limb and it tips forward towards you and still seems functional, but it isn't really doing anything. And Calypso, you see 3 out of 4 of these signals have gone dark, but the number of signals has overall increased.
We got more incoming. Get in! And try to hack one of these drones, the 4th one.
Yeah, the 4th one is the crippled one that's covered in smoke.
I don't want a broken drone.
Havoc and Reaper, I'll give you a chance if you want to get into the vehicle now, you can.
Okay. I'll get in the vehicle then.
You can
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
into the back with the bike.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Or someone can take over driving if they want to. Calypso, what do you want to
Yeah,
do?
It's probably
I
best
picture,
I'm not driving, because I'd like to be hacking. And Salvador should be slinging spells. So,
Sal, you want me to take the wheel?
Yeah, I picture, like, you jump in the back and I, like, reach back to just, like, pull you forward and swap places with you as best I can.
Yeah,
Like,
do a
just
sweet
get in
wheelie
here,
into the
get in
back
here.
of the back of the truck, crawl through the window, and just tap you on the shoulder. We swap spots. Yeah.
I'm picturing
good.
Havoc
And, like, as
standing
soon
in
as
the
I've,
back
like,
of the truck
left the
with
chair.
2 guns.
Yeah.
You guys
As
hear
soon as I've, like,
audible alarms.
As soon as I've left the seat, just, like, immediately my eyes glaze over and I start opening my, like, okay, what are we missing? What haven't we been seeing this whole time?
Give me a composure check.
That seems fair. 3 hits.
You maintain your composure as you go, oh, fuck. It's prettier on the other side.
I don't know what that means.
There are you can see like a physical barrier has been erected.
Okay.
basically surrounding the entire dock. Alarms have been set off magically. You can see that there's a handful of spirits coming. There is a mage wagon on its way with one mage who spots you as you open your eyes to astral.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still at a distance from you. But yeah, they're coming from inside, and Bella's getting the idea.
All right, good job, Sal. You got this.
They're everywhere. They are. Oh, we are fucked.
Oh, come on. Think positive, buddy.
We need to find a way out. What is the way out?
The Kobayashi Maru.
Scouring any kind of. Or the harbor. Maybe we can swim out. Yeah.
So you have deduced that you are inside a physical barrier. If you want to take the time to assess it, you can do that. Get an idea of its strength.
Yeah, that's fair. A large
Well, it's
physical
a good
barrier
thing
might
we
not
stopped,
be
otherwise.
actually. Yeah. It might not be as strong as it looks.
So far, nothing has attacked you guys. You all kind of,
True.
some of you kind of take note that no one has attacked you yet.
That's a good point. I mean, they're everywhere, but they haven't done anything.
Sal, Cal, what do you guys see with your special senses? What's our best way out of here?
We gotta. Well, we're gonna have to talk, and that. My work.
Well, I got bad news, folks. I think Sal. I think they've got us by the nugs.
Great.
For those on the podcast, we're all making animated type exaggerated
gestures.
shrugging
So,
motions.
so episode title needs to be Nugs, Shrugs, and Drugs.
There it is.
That might actually be a good smash cut point because it's getting real late.
I feel like it is. It's
Yeah,
just
I was-
like
I was just
we're
about to say
surrounded.
that. Yeah.
We need to lay down and negotiate our way out of this from here on.
All
Well,
hope
we'll
seems
see.
lost of escape as the mage wagon rolls up with mages, holding arms outstretched with ethereal power emanating out from them up into the dome of you can't get out of here, you're fuckedness.
Yep.
And more drones arrive, replace their fallen brethren, blocking the exit. And we'll see you next week.
Well, shit, guys, they take speeding real seriously around here. And that's us. All right, thanks everybody. We'll be back next week. And shout out to Michigan, by the way. You are kicking it in the nugs. So thank you so much. And did we have another word from our sponsor there, Steve?
Buy Nugs.
Yeah, that's just it. Just a big flashing buy Nugs.
Find your nugs
Guys, I'll
today.
tell you, since I've been eating nugs, I've felt healthier. I've felt brighter. Everything. I'm whenever I'm looking for something to just crunch and chew and masticate, I just love the nugs in my mouth.
Yeah. Sometimes I take my Nugs and I put them in my mouth, and I just hold them there. I just hold a pair of nugs in my mouth, feeling them in my cheeks, kind of moving them around a bit. Sometimes I kind of like hum a little bit when I have a pair of nugs in my mouth. Yeah, it's quite the experience.
I prefer my nugs with special sauce.
Well, I mean, you gotta have the special sauce.
Are you more of
Let's
a
not-
white sauce or more of like a like a mayonnaise, or do you more like a yellow, like a honey?
Honey garlic is damn good, but nugs
Yeah.
come in all different flavors and shapes and sizes. Let's not forget our good friends, brand new Shrugs, which is shrimp flavored nugs with crunchy shells. Edible or remove them and pretend you're classy.
Well,
Please do. Doctors do not recommend you consume more than 1 to 3 nugs in your life. If you do accidentally swallow a nug, please make sure you have an active will and testament.
this concludes episode 2 of Shadowrun in the Blind. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for playing.
Well, thank you for running.
Yeah, thanks, Phil.